I'm gonna basically, I know that Ellen just explained to you guys how this is gonna work, but if you could then re-explain it to the chat, that would be pretty good.
Excellent. We're playing The Quiet Year, set in the Wanderpus world, and the liminal plane. We're rebuilding. It used to be called Lockstitch Academy. It might be called something else by the end of this game. I don't know. We're rebuilding the facility to go from a group of people that were sneaking around, not sneaking around, like blatantly taking all of the magical items and locking them up because they thought that was what they were supposed to do, and then learned that that's a bad thing. They also started many wars and continue to start many wars. But we're trying to proof? I do. But then we're trying to rebuild the structure. They left. The structure got abandoned. All of their stuff was stolen. So after last game, where they robbed a bank and became super wealthy, successfully robbed.
And it was like the baddest.
Yeah, I walked out of there like a boss.
But so we are going to play a game of The Quiet Year to figure out how the rebuilding goes. And I will be dealing the cards to the officers. The officers will then take the card, read the card, and if anybody else is in the if your character is in the department that they are, you put the little like emote that goes along with them. So you'll see the emotes on the screen here, the medical one, the engineering one, the navigation, and so on. And the flexing snake lady is for security.
If you don't happen to have those emotes, just give us in brackets at the very start of your sentence what the department is, just so we know.
You can also buy the emote with just channel points, and they're very cheap.
God, that is cursed.
It's perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys can still definitely play the cards. The reroll cards are going to be unnecessary and useless due to the fact that we don't do any rolling. But
so I'm actually going to take the model off screen because I'm like here, but I'm not really here. And I don't want it to get in the way of being able to see where you're putting the cards and stuff.
Oh, the cards will come up right on the middle of the screen. I am actually going to...
Like, side things, basically.
Yeah. I'm going to go alphabetical, so Caustic is first. Science Department.
Hello.
What's the price your science officer? And here is your card.
Are we supposed to be seeing something?
No, Caustic has to click the card.
Trying to remember how this all works. Okay. A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it? Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done? Do we have any young boys other than perhaps Craig?
Leo.
Swaddled?
Never gonna let you live that down, huh, Craig?
It's gonna be amazing. I still do that to this day.
There are multiple otter families that just showed up.
Oh, that's true.
Allow me to... This is the entire world we're looking at right now. And then there's also... To the back.
Well, science department. Is anyone here from the science department other than myself? Talking to you, chat.
Don't really think so.
Gotta give it a second because of the delay, or like
empty
wait a few
house.
seconds for the.
Yeah, no, it is like a good 5 to 7 before it shows up.
I am pretty sure I am representing myself alone as well.
Yeah.
No, Sep's here. He's
Except his
in your department, right?
That's his communications.
Where are my communications officers at? Or excuse me, not officers. Ensigns.
I mean, you're right there.
Enlisted.
Oh, you got a sept.
The lower deck crew.
Right, exactly. The peons.
Alright, so if like there's nobody in there,
I guess it's just me. Trying to think what might be useful here. You said silver isn't natural to this world, but
No,
we're
but it's not-
also beside a giant rift. Would perhaps there be silver deposits under the ground?
I mean, yeah, you could say that's there. Oh, 1 second, I'm changing something.
Figure we might as well start with something we're already looking at.
Yeah, go ahead and use like the painting tool to go ahead and mark on the map where you would think where you see it.
Okay, well, shit, paint.
It looks like a little paintbrush. You can just put a circle or
Freehand.
anything. It doesn't matter. You can or just draw a mine. That's fine. Or like actually, it's not a mine. It's just silver. You do not have a mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where an otter child might be closest to. Are these little houses the otter village?
Yeah, those used to be you guys' houses that were taken over by otters.
Okay, so let's see if this brush works. Silver.
Okay, and now you just have to decide whether you're going to discover something or you're going to start a project.
I would like to start a project, and I would like that project to be resupplying the science department, which does include the fucking supplies we need to use underwater.
So just like restocking it. By restocking it, do you mean like buying the stuff because you guys have the money, or building the stuff?
I feel like it really
That
depends.
got real big.
Hot damn.
Hello there, navigation.
To me, it depends
Or
on what it
communication.
is, because if we're trying to get fucking diving suits, we probably should not build that ourselves.
Do you not
But,
believe in our engineers to build that?
sir, our engineers are still fixing the goddamn ship.
You have a point.
I don't know why that went so hard. All right, there it goes.
In an effort to prevent engineering from overworking themselves, I would prefer to spend money on things that we like that are gonna take them away from doing their actual job.
Okay.
We already overwork engineering.
And you guys do have an abundance of wealth, so you can totally do it. It's just like the more times you rely on wealth, the
Yeah,
more like you're gonna take it. It's gonna be.
I understand that, but it's just one of the like some things are not the easiest to build, like microscopes.
I'm
And-
gonna say restocking is gonna be a 6-turn thing. So
Okay. Okay.
I've got
Not
it under the
surprised
little
by that.
jellyfish down here because it's money. Even though it's for the science department, it is using money. So I've got it down
Yeah.
here.
Sorry, accounting.
It's okay. I'm not doing much at the moment, so it gives me something to do.
All right, and
We also
alphabet-
did just discover silver.
We
Yeah,
don't
but
really
it's-
know what that does, so.
You don't even know if it's worth anything. Alphabetically next would be me, but we're gonna skip over me and we're gonna go to Joaquin,
Might be.
which is negotiator.
Yeah, I guess I thought I was part of communications in some level, but I guess I'm my own department.
Yeah, you're gonna be basically your own department.
Yeah, cool. Great.
where is-
Running the show.
Do you? So that is a question. I can help play engineering, and so if you want to be all of communications, that makes a lot of sense. If that's kind of where we want to go. But also, if you want to take the lead on communications, like feel free. Like, You have a good
I considered you two very different
Departments.
departments.
Oh, like
And-
diplomacy and
Yeah.
communications.
They're a diplomat. You are more like communications.
Communication, diplomats.
Yeah, and spy and stuff. And also, I only actually want people to run like the things that they're actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Like your character has never been seen as an engineer in the show and in the game, so I don't want to like lean it that direction out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Just because. But here's your card. I wonder how I can get the cards
I
to
gotta grab. So I gotta grab this card and roll 20, huh?
Yes, or I could just like read it to you.
Hold on, wait.
Oops. No, not that. No, we call that one. Sorry, not that one.
What do I do with this?
It's on your name.
Oh, it's on my name. Okay, wait, hold on. There we go. All right.
That's what I was just trying to figure out.
I'm sorry, I dragged it off screen to the right. Do you want me to put it someplace else? I think it's in my.
I don't think anybody can see it for some reason.
It is
Yeah.
the Ace of Spring for your information. It is off to the right. It is inaccessible to me, but.
Ace of Spring. All right, let's
All right, okay.
get my hands on it.
Okay, so the card I have been given says, there's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you? Or what belief or practice helps to unify your community? I think Joaquin might be doing a painfully cliche diplomatic management thing and seeing if we can do a series of team building exercises to get us back out in there. So let's go with number 2. So what belief or practice helps to unify our community? I think we're gonna try and figure that out.
Sounds good.
Let's see. So I guess not communicators. I guess where are my diplomats in the chat? Are there any other diplomats? Are there any other dorks nerdy enough who wanted to be in this department? Don't be shy.
Yeah, I think Esme's not here today.
Okay. Yeah, it might be.
And-
They do come together over a meal. I don't. I'm thinking it's almost like are we trying to formulate the new HTML Wanderpus / the new Academy's mission statement? We're trying to come up with a core identity here, and that way we can go out and market it to the people again.
Rebrand. Like a rebrand, yeah.
We are rebranding, correct, everyone. It's like, have you seen Joaquin? He's like all about rebranding now. I don't even know what that means.
Do you have a new
It's
name
the
for it?
1920s. We don't really have the word rebranding yet, but
Right now, there's just not a lot of people in the chat. I'm gonna say that we can just open up. You guys can all talk to each other and give each other ideas, and like everybody from the like way people from your own department's like opinions heavier. But if anybody says anything, but we can just continue on just to keep the game going smoothly.
yeah. So yeah, and I think like our previous core of the the core identity of the group was definitely investigating anomalies and sealing rifts, and we've come to realize that maybe we weren't doing the best things for the best reasons. So what's our core identity now? Are we still investigating scientific anomalies?
I think we can keep the investigation part. We may not want to seal unless necessary.
I think Joaquin would definitely want to investigate, make contact, build bridges, and foster community.
I'm sure security's entire thing is, can we be more violent? But we'll just sit over here.
So we're rebranding. Do we need a new name now? Because we don't want to associate ourselves with the old name.
Before we move on to that, though, what is the new core belief? Is it like is the rebrand to be more like helpful to the world and about studying and less about sealing and trying to like, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think we want to study, investigate, and foster community.
Okay.
It's very Star Trek-ish now. We're not sealing things anymore. We're just making contact where appropriate, and no, we're not going to be Starfleet now. We can't call it Starfleet. Just
Seafleet.
Seafleet, yeah.
Seafleet, right? Or just a fleet, because that's what. Yeah. Anyway,
We do have 2 ships in our fleet, so that makes sense.
Okay. Karika is not okay with not sealing rifts, but that will come up later. You can take a contempt thing.
I mean, most of it I don't contempt. That one part I do.
Everything will be good.
Up until this point,
Like,
you've
yeah.
been being told to seal rifts, regardless of whether those rifts presented any danger to the surrounding population.
Right, but as far as not sealing them at all, Karika's not okay with that, not with what happened to its world.
I think, I too would not want to go, like, wholesale not sealing rifts, but I would think doing more, not just following orders on which ones get sealed, but actually investigating.
Evaluation.
Yes.
And we would need to seal them correctly, and
Correct.
not just from one side.
Ethical sealing.
Alright, so this one goes
Risk
down
assessment.
to 5. And what kind of would you like to discover something new? And which, if you discover something new, you can be anywhere in the world. Like I can bring up the world map and you can tag somewhere that we're gonna put something there, and that can be anything from a new village of people that we didn't know about beforehand. It can be like it was a silver. It could be anything, really. Just have to deal with the consequences of it, or you could start a new project.
I think we'll get things running. We're still working on the rebranding, but let's just do some generic. We'll start a project. We're gonna do some generic outreach. We're gonna do some just basic diplomatic missions and try to reintroduce ourselves to the community.
Kiss hands, shake babies, that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Are we trying to go worldwide on that one, or are we focusing on a particular location?
Let's target
The places we've hurt the most, or places we haven't hurt yet?
let's target Reedy's kingdom because I think there's a lot of logistics and sway there.
Okay, so Pastora, the kingdom of Pastora is now getting babies kissed. Kiss the babies.
We're building the trust, which we are really short on.
Yeah, and this will it won't take the scarcity away just yet, but it will go far to doing it. And the science team is down by one more click. And
We're not shaking babies, Art.
Shake the babies. All right, this one is for Krieg. I will go ahead and tell me what the card is, when you get it,
Okay.
and then I can bring it up for everybody. So everybody, you still read it, but you are. There we go.
Click on it. It says a spring.
What's that?
It says a spring.
Just a spring?
Ace of Spring.
Ace of Spring.
I would
Sorry.
imagine.
Okay. So I can click that. That should have came up on everybody's screen.
What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? Now, Warlord, I know you're here. Help me, Isaac. different ways with that, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like, and technically, I guess we got that. Please repeat.
What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? You want to go like more family oriented or more like noble peasant oriented? Option 1.
Yeah, so who, like, I mean, there's an easy answer here, and you can change it like how you want, but it's just like officers and everybody under officers is a very easy. And what most people do, it's just like prove themselves. But like you can have whatever you want. Remember, like, there are also the NPCs, and all of the NPCs that have ever showed up in the game, you guys can just call upon them whenever you want. Like, if it's just like, oh, it'd be funny if a card says somebody shows up and you're like, oh, I want Peanut back, you could just bring Peanut back, and I'd have to deal with that.
I think half of the NPCs we talk to don't like us, and the other half are indifferent.
We could have more positions than officers. Because right now we just have, like, officers and ensigns.
Okay, so more of...
Sorry, I should shut up.
No, you're doing great.
Why does everybody hate Bobbert?
Because he's a dick.
I don't hate Bobbert.
I don't hit Bobbert.
Bobbert is not
I was planning on
literally
working with him on my
nothing wrong
turn.
to us.
Yeah, if anything, it's like us who have heard Bobbert. Like,
I don't know why we hate him.
No one said we hate Bobbert.
No. Clackle said it, and then Akana said it.
Oh, well.
Hmm.
I don't know why. It's just a dude doing his job.
And wearing a lot of ties.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
He's got a beautiful long neck. You need to accessorize.
It's true. We'll go with the easy answer for now. So we just have the officers, and then we could kind of differentiate instead of just one being above everybody else. You have 1 and 2 and 3, then everybody else, I guess.
Oh, you mean expanding the rank structure, essentially?
Yeah, there's more than just one, and that's it. That way, if the officer is gone, you still have a command structure you can go through.
Now, this question specifically asks, how did you gain inclusion into the group? Is it hard work? Is it nepotism? What are we thinking?
I'm a fan of hard work because I don't like nepotism.
Is it hard work? Is it nepotism? Is it donating a lot of money to Nika's stream during a certain month? You know what?
Yeah,
what
it was more
really...
like capitalism than anything.
That capitalism is the actual correct answer for this, but do we want that to be the in-world answer?
I do understand there's a difference between in-world and how this actually played out.
I am all for hard work in this case.
And, like, out of character, that could just be player participation.
Yeah, honestly, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, there are people that definitely participate a buttload that probably should be participating in games more.
Ew.
Thinking of you, Leo. Thinking
Yeah.
of you.
Thinking of so many that
Calling
do
you out.
so much heartfelt RP in the channels.
Yeah, it's just like,
You the real MVPs.
You too, B. We saw that.
okay, and now project or discover something.
I want to do with discovery.
Okay, do you want to discover something on this island, or would you like me to bring up the full world map?
Let's do the full world map and see if we can discover another trade center that doesn't hate us.
Don't worry about the little silver things. just floating there under the A.
It's the Corinthian fleet. We'll just say that.
No, I know what they are.
How they started shooting.
No.
No, it's literally the silver circles that I drew, but he changed the map and the silver circles didn't leave.
One's down to 5. This one's down to 4. Oop. When I hit enter, oh, there it goes. All right. What are we thinking about discovering?
So we've gone to Pastora, we've been to Port Barter.
Yep.
Have we been to the archipelago yet?
You guys have been, like, Parliament is on the AV Archipelago. That was where you guys were last time.
And we went to Salt and Sand before.
You've been to Salt and Sand.
The only place we haven't really been to is Yoke, I think, right?
No, you've been to Yoke. That's where the princess got her head cut off.
Oh, right.
That's also, this is where the wrestling game happened.
Good times, good times.
Does the World Tree hate us?
Word tree.
Word tree.
And, I mean, it's got a lot of bad things written about you in it.
I feel
Anything
like the only
good?
place that doesn't really and truly hate us is Port Barter.
You guys drowned the city.
Not Port Barter.
Not on
Sorry, Beacon
purpose.
Point. That's the one I meant.
Yeah, that's fair. They don't hate us. I think that's
And also, we didn't drown Port Barter. The alligator drowned Port Barter.
They
Yeah.
can't
based
link
on
it to us.
decisions made directly from the officer you replaced. Actually, we just like, if we want to say canonically.
So canonically, we went from one person drowning a whole bunch of people to the next person that drowned a whole bunch of people.
Our science
That's how you become a
officers cannot
science
be
officer in
trusted.
this.
I mean, it can't be
You
the
heard
first
it
time
here
that that's
first,
happened in that
folks.
city.
Science
As old as that
forever.
crocodile is, it's probably happened a few times.
I feel like that alligator just getting up and like rolling over or just shifting in its sleeve probably would drown the city.
It's specifically because it reared up, because I poured a bunch of drugs into its nose, so it kind of went for a sneeze. And
you can't tell
then-
me it was the first time it sneezed.
Well, it then passed out. So it just went limp. It didn't even end up sneezing. But anyway, is there a thing you have in mind that you would like to discover?
Not that comes off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Do you have a project in mind then?
Alright, can I use that gold seeking the orb I've got and then discover something on the island while using said orb? Because it helps.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Would you just like me to give you something?
Yeah, pretty much. Because
Okay.
I'll just kind of wander the island with
Okay.
Squishy
Alright.
while using the orb, see if there's anything of value left on the island that hasn't been stolen, ransacked, or thieved away.
So the way that the orb he's talking about right now is he has an orb that he puts up to his eye and looks through it, and he can see the most valuable thing to him. Some everybody values things differently, and for the way Krieg does, it's monetarily.
This is correct.
So, Krieg, you find in just going through Taupe's office, and you and the captain went through it the last game. You're going through it more and more. In Taupe's office, you find some incredibly expensive-looking jewelry. So, like, you realize that this will cover all of the costs of the restocking the science team. So, you have not taken a single hit to your abundance of wealth. If anything, you have made more money out of it.
Yes, so the gold coins I can keep and then give them the jewelry.
There you go.
Awesome. This pleases
Right.
me.
So next on the thing is Lurid, science officer / medical science officer.
I'm a healer, but
You just let me know which card it is. Yeah, I dealt it to you.
Yep, it is the Heart of Spring, or the Two of Spring.
Hero Spring. All right.
There's a large body of water on them. Well, duh.
Yeah, right.
Where is it? What does it look like? Oh, come on. There is a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned?
Now, this can either be on the small island or it can be on the larger thing. That's
Let's
completely
add
up
more
to you.
water.
We've got enough water, personally.
Do you really have enough water?
Right?
Do we have enough
Do we
drinking
have
water?
potable water?
Exactly.
Hey, y'all are talking on my turn.
So,
Oop, there we go.
So yeah, what is like the freshwater situation for like the world in general? Is that something we can like maybe export?
A lot of the world has access to its own water and spring situation. There is no fresh water naturally occurring on your island. Like, this is all salt water.
Okay. So what if it's like a fresh underground spring that we can make a well on top of?
Absolutely. Go ahead and mark where you find that on the map.
Hey, we don't want it too far off of in the middle of nowhere because of threat of red caps invading.
Look at that wrinkle, boy.
Look at that pert.
Look at the wrinkles.
Look at the pert.
Like there, off in
Yeah,
the
okay.
woods.
That's just great. Where do you guys see Rupert?
He was
I don't
dancing
know
on
what you're
spring.
talking about.
Had the cat cam up.
What are you talking about?
I was incredibly confused.
I think are you okay, Alan? Do you need to take a
No.
break?
I'm not good.
What do you mean we saw Rupert?
Alright, and I've already lowered the times on the things, so do you want to discover something or would you like to start a project?
Well, first of all, how much information was from that one receipt we found on Taupe?
There was dealings going on with port barter. There is a middleman. I say middleman, but only because middle woman isn't a phrase. There's an in-between, a go-between, that is a singer from port barter. That is all the information you have. She makes the connection with the person who you think that they sold Vatna to.
Okay, so we don't know like who's at the end of the line.
No, you do not know with any concrete. Yeah, you have no idea who's at the end of the line. You don't have any concrete information of who's in the middle either.
That's what I want to start to discover is information on finding and retrieving Vatna. If I could work with the spy department with that, or Korzapa's muscleheads.
I was gonna say it's I feel like spies are under my purview, or
I do have a single scout.
You guys can't straight up ask each other to use each other's resources, and that is fine. Like you could start a security project or start a diplomacy project, even though you're the science team, as long as nobody else in your department is pushing against that.
right.
If anybody in your department's just like, no, we shouldn't do that, we should do something else, then please honor or at least discuss with them. But I don't think anybody's arguing against you right now.
Okay. What about Art? You're in chat. Any ideas on a project or discovery? I think Art is the only other medical team member, right?
Art and
Pox
Yeah,
was kind of medical.
yeah, Pox was
But
medical. I haven't seen
mostly
Pox in
records.
forever. I haven't seen
Did
Pox.
someone just make circles on accident, or was that on purpose?
It's a disease happening.
Calm down there, Corsa.
So that's where the well is, and so the question becomes, do you go through security or do you go through diplomacy? Both of these will have different answers.
I feel,
for now, diplomacy.
I feel like if you went to walk in and like, hey, do you have like a spot? Wasn't like that one girl, I think she was your sister, and I'm like actually like looking around the hallway like, spies, we don't have any spies, as I'm like rapidly motioning you to my office, like, what are you talking about?
I feel like
people?
Sama has more tact than that. He is actually very security conscious.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Unlike some people.
Of course, but
Okay, so we've got
I was on mission.
this one is diplomatically searching for clues to Vatna.
We're basically spying.
Basically.
We're doing an espionage.
Alright, well, that is a good turn. So the next is dealing this card to Talon. Who plays Korzipa, our security officer.
I think I'm the only violent thug in the chat.
I think Clackles is security.
Is he? Wait.
Wait, no. Is Clackle security? Otter is security. I don't know what Clackles actually is.
Clackle's more like crackle some heads.
Look,
Trevor
if it,
can't have
if it has scales,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
probably insecurity.
wait, is Clackles engineering?
Clackles is engineering, yes.
Haha, we got one.
Alright.
6
So,
of heart?
6
Don't
of
worry,
hearts.
Laura. I got you.
Alright, so here's the 6 of hearts card.
Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or, yeah. Or how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have?
For this one, do we want to like alter the wording a little bit? Because this is obviously based on us being like a
Age is relative. I'm 75.
my bad. It was muted for half of it. For this question, do we want to change the wording a little bit to maybe refer to, say, the otter people or other like surrounding members of it, since we don't really have like a like family dynamic necessarily, because it is like an organization.
Or like children could be new recruits kind of thing, like over the span of a year.
That is
could call
predatory
them-
as hell.
We could call them dependents, like the otters are a dependent of the organization.
I mean,
Or
I was
maybe
going-
they're not exactly children, but
Yeah.
replace child with recruit.
Or just straight up non-working members, like people who are
Civilians?
Yeah, civilians. Thank you. That is
Mhm.
literally the word, I think.
We could make the children part of the labor force.
That
Or
No
is
something
child
like,
labor
yeah, we
here,
could use
come
some
on.
child soldiers. Let's get at it.
I mean, it
We
is
have
what
it
it is,
first!
so like, you know, child labor is absolutely on the table. I probably not do that. If given
There
the
are
option.
there are the otter people and there are the mousekin, like the little like mice that were making weapons for Parliament. They have a contract directly with the captain. So you'd have to get the captain's approval before like you could even start a project involving the mice. But
I do want to help use the mice at some point. But yeah, I
just want
haven't.
to work them for more guns.
You just gotta tell me how you want to use them. I will not be doing anything that would betray their trust.
Do they
uh,
like making guns?
I would say that they are fine doing any kind of work, generally, as long as it's not exploitative and as long as it is their choice, not being forced to do it. The contracts that we acquired, I was happy to rip up because I don't need them to be contractually obligated to help us. So I would assume that most of them are fine to stick around. Some others might have scattered now that they're not required to be here. But, you know, be good to them. They're bros, and they're also part of why
I
we're so
intend
fucking
to.
rich now.
Who else is gonna make me guns?
That's true. We could
Make
put
your
them to
own
work.
guns.
could put them to work in like research and development of
Oops, sorry, continue.
new equipment.
I was thinking maybe making just so we're self-sufficient and don't have to go shopping for weaponry later, making like a munitions and weapons factory, so we're self-sufficient in that way.
That would be a project. That wouldn't be...
I know, I'm sorry, I'm just talking, sorry.
So wait, we're just
Reminder
slowly
that we did
discovering-
end up with a bunch of weapons after that last thing.
I also intend to do other things later.
And that
Which will
factory is
mean-
still there.
Well,
But
to
I-
answer the question here, do you want children or elderly?
Basically, like, what do the civilians do? We can basically answer both of them at the same time. Like, what happens with civilians?
Fair compensated work is what I would go for.
Like, so, like, the civilians are compensated, they work, and do they...
Are we giving these children school?
Can we stop
put
calling
the-
them children?
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah,
civilians.
They are
they're not
civilians.
children anymore. We've gotten rid of the children part of it. So just so my question is, like, if we fair compensated work, do they have to? And like, half is a strong word. Is all of their work going towards the Wanderpus situation? And like, if they grow food, do they feed you guys? Is it cyclical is what I'm talking about? Like,
Are we trying to turn this into the Amazon town?
oh
I'm
yeah,
trying-
It's like, is it a fair, like, company town? Is it like, I'm not gonna say that you guys are gross.
Down.
Like, I'm not saying like, but you understand what I mean? Like, everybody works and everybody knows they're working towards this one goal, or it's just like some of them, like, some have like lived their lives and do not care about the Wanderpus ship at all. It's just a thing that happens near them.
I would go with the later just because me as a person feels icky doing it the other way, despite the fact that that's exactly how Krenfos works.
Okay,
fair,
so
though.
we have just everybody is just working on their own. There's no obligation to work on the sub or work for the sub. They can
But
live
they
here.
can if they wanna.
And
Okay.
we compensate them extremely competitive rates. Because
Yeah, that's
we're-
what I
Slackers,
said
though.
fair.
Sure.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay. Let me make a note of that because
We offer competitive compensation and benefits packages if you'd like to step into the office and talk to one of our recruiters.
that sounds like a project to start, like with the medical team, like starting up like benefits and stuff. If you guys want to start those kind of projects, and if you have those projects in place, then people will come to this. Normally, this isn't a game where people DM it, but I am definitely gonna just do a lot of DMing here. Okay, peaceful working, competitive, super competitive.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
medical can fork over some of their resources for benefits.
Yeah,
No
we're gonna
slacks,
have
no.
to. Yeah, well, that'll have to be a project at some point. So, Talon, what would you like to do? Would you like to begin building something, or would you like to discover something?
I would like to be able to begin work on either rebuilding the one that we probably fucked up. I didn't watch that episode, I'm sorry. Or building our own munitions/weapons factory so we can be self-sufficient in that way.
The weapons factory is all the way in a different city, so
We're building our own.
I'm gonna say building a structure from the ground up is going to be an 8-turn one because that is a very
That's hands-on as fuck.
it is hands-on, and this will cut into you guys by building a factory, straight up factory. You are gonna have to ask Toast for a lot of the wealth.
Toast, don't fuck me.
Well,
We
then.
don't need a factory.
We could sell our munition. Wait. We could
We're
sell our
not an
munitions and
arms
make money.
factory, Talon.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with becoming the premier international arms dealer in.
It will be great.
Would anybody like
No.
to take contempt?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
am
say
taking
contempt.
contempt to
3
that.
contempts for that.
Contempt.
We are not
Alright.
becoming lords of war.
Damn it! I like that movie.
Isn't that what you left
So wait, doesn't
behind?
it
Like that whole
happen?
society?
Koizumi hasn't made any friends
Yeah.
in the ship
Right.
yet, really.
Joaquin has a contempt token, and Science
that's
Department has a
That's
contempt.
too much paperwork.
Right, so Science Team has a contempt.
Like, not only do we not want, like, fucking
Who else
factory,
wanted
but it's gonna ruin the environment.
Medical.
So,
medical wants?
I thought that the contempts were specifically if somebody did do something
Yeah, that's
that
what
we
I
didn't
was
agree with.
thinking.
No,
Like,
they
doesn't
can
it
be
happen
straight-
anyway?
Straight up ideas can like give contempt. They are contemptuous of Corsipa putting this plan forward.
That I don't feel like that feels fair to be like, oh, you suggested this thing that nobody agrees with, so now I get to do whatever I want. Actually
Fair,
do whatever.
fair, okay. I thought I thought they were gonna go for it. Regardless.
Yeah, it
Are we
sounded
going
like,
for it?
We are not going for that.
I think it's Talon's choice.
It like by the game, like it is Talon's choice.
Corsipa is trying to be a better person, so she has been talked down for now.
Okay.
I will find a way. Well, see,
These
the
are
other
what the
thing-
contempt tokens look like,
I don't
by the way,
mind us, like-
everybody.
I did like them, yes.
So
don't
do the
mind us,
officers
like,
have like a
making
weekly
weapons.
meeting to discuss
Yeah,
what they're
that's
doing?
basically what you guys are doing. Like every time it's somebody's turn, it's another weekly meeting.
This does get in the way of making giant guns to defend this position, though.
We can
Okay,
make guns. The question, making guns is not the issue. That's not the thing we're arguing. It's specifically becoming arms dealers. So we will make what we need, but we are not manufacturing weaponry with the intent to sell.
Okay, so we're still going forward with the factory, though.
Yes.
Okay, so go, Talon, Corsipa, go ahead and place on the map where you would like this factory to be built. Does anybody want to take contempt just for the factory being built?
Yes, it's bad for the environment.
The-
Science team.
How big a factory?
You could technically,
We only
if we're
need as
not
much as
mass
we need.
producing, you can make guns in a shed.
Yeah.
I have
would not
not done it.
contempt. Yeah, I would not contempt to an operation small enough to supply our needs for basic self-defense, but I just want to make sure that we're not creating something at scale to basically try to run some sort of commercial endeavor with
Agreed.
weapons.
Or like what we raided?
We don't need a
essentially-
factory to do what we need to do.
So essentially, what we could do is do it the British way of, hi, every single metal shop in the UK, we're making these guns. Because that's how they did it in World War II, and it was not a huge, well, it was a huge operation.
So I think
it's not.
maybe rather
evil.
than like making a factory that doesn't, and I think honestly we're getting stuck on the word factory, which is just a workshop
Right.
that does it. Maybe the project is to put together a team that does the work on these things that we specifically need.
That's
Sure,
better.
if it's some dudes at a workbench, then sure.
Yes, no
network
contempt for that.
network of artisans and other metallurgists who are going to produce barrels.
Artisanal weaponry.
Many of those
Or
might
whatever.
absolutely work.
Yeah, no, I have no. I think factory was definitely what we were getting hung up on.
And it
Plus,
creates
it's
jobs.
cheaper.
You're all gonna hit crits.
Yeah,
You,
Creates jobs.
yeah without
Science
a
department?
factory,
Are
I
we-
don't need contempt.
No
I'm good
contempt,
with that.
okay.
Yeah,
No, that
I'll
is
take
another
contempt
16.
off the table.
okay, let me put that there. That is a 6 turn. For people just... Most of them are going to be 6 turns because that's how the game works.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go draw Bob and Jerry in the backyard making guns.
So...
I'm sorry, did you say Jerry?
Yeah, do they
Yeah,
take custom
you
orders?
Jerry's in this? Shit,
I
alright.
didn't know Jerry was
Quiet.
canonically in this, but that's what Talon just said.
Quiet is the generic
So-
name I use. I will shoot all of you with cannons.
Jerry.
No. So
Jerry,
Jerry's gonna
I
be
will
out there
recognize
weaponsmith?
Jerry.
It was your turn, so you put it in there. Like,
Alright, and let me just go back to tokens and get rid of
No
this
take
one.
back.
See Jerry being the
Okay.
weaponsmith.
So...
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Jerry officially canon.
Jerry actually makes me deeply uncomfortable. I try to be good humored, but yeah.
Understood.
Then I will never...
And
like-
when we created that thing, Alan had said that it would never canonically be in the game.
I know. It's just the jokes got too far. It just makes me uncomfortable now. I just wanted to say that before we continue. Anyway,
Absolutely, we would definitely respect that. So this one goes out to Twy. Where is... There are so many players in this that it's having a hard time finding.
Everybody.
Yeah, it won't let me scroll down. Nope. That's not the...
It's a big nope.
Oh, there we go. Alright, Twy, you have your card now.
Okay. How do I make it go to the group? There we go. Oh, that's a pretty picture.
How
You
did
see a
you
good
do that?
omen. Did that work?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
actually this is the first card that we've actually seen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. You see a good omen. What is it? Or you see a bad omen. What is it?
Oh.
Well, clearly we're gonna have to see a bad omen, right?
No shit.
That just
Why?
that feels good. That feels right. Yeah, let's go bad. Also, Sept, are you in here as well? Yay. Sept, what are you feeling? Something that ties in with us. We are both birds. So maybe we find something that's a little more avian of a bad omen. It doesn't ask us to say like what the omen represents. Like it just represents bad.
Yeah, this is an omen. It is not an outcome. You do not get to decide an outcome from this omen.
Okay. I kinda- I kind of like the like maybe both of us are picking up on murmuring or like murmuration. So when a bunch of birds, like what is it? Like the little swallows, sparrows, starlings? I think when a fuck ton of starlings, they're all in a big badass field and there's like tens of like 3,000, 5,000 starlings, and they all just kind of like in the air start like Mobius morphing and around, and it looks insane. And like there is clearly a pattern
We
to
saw
it.
Thor too.
Yeah. So it's in there. I think maybe we see something like that happening in our communications. Like we hear what we call a murmuration. So we like hear whispers in the in like
Sorry.
the radio signals and stuff that kind of feel like that. And we start
Fucking aliens.
You know
Or,
what's
like-
really fun is you guys get to watch how bad I fuck things up a lot of times.
So we hear weird shit on the radio. We go to investigate, and we see that it's a big fucking swarm of birds doing their murmuration thing. And that is simply a bad omen to us. That's my idea. And it's just like, oh no, trouble's coming. Like there's a storm.
Feel it in my knees.
I feel it in my
I feel that
belly.
so more often than I used to do.
The troubles. Yes. With a capital T.
The millennials, we are aging now. We feel it in our knees.
I felt pain in my knees for years. I got hit by a car though, so. Alright,
Show off.
I was not trying to show off, I promise. So next turn,
I'm gonna
the
test some-
science department stuff will be done, and
Oh, I
'cause-
figured out how you can show the cards to everybody. Just gotta drag them and drop them onto the screen.
excellent. I'll get rid of that for myself though. So now, what kind of project with communications, or project or discovery would communications like to do?
I had an idea, and I think, Sept, you're going to agree with me because we have a lot of the same motivations. Of like, we've been already talking about radio towers, and I think right now, is it Pastora that has a radio tower as well?
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can create like an emergency broadcast system. I think makes a lot of fucking sense for us. To like set up a couple of towers around the, are we calling it like an atoll, the bay? That, but also I think it'd be really cool, like next level, to do some next level modifications to it that can actually like shake the water and stuff later. That's my thought, because like emergency broadcast system, they technically are radio tower-y things, and then we can have better signals and stuff to like Pastora, unless we wanted to build elsewhere. What do you think, Sept? Build radio tower elsewhere? Build here? Emergency here
People
stuff?
won't let us build elsewhere at the moment.
That's a very good point. Yeah. Well, like radio towers for safety communication is a little different than like become arms dealers.
if you guys go to if you guys show up on a foreign country right now and start building something, you will be attacked.
That's a very good point. Yeah, here's better for now until we get our rep back. Awesome. Yeah, I'm down with that. Building a radio tower, and they have like those big megaphones and stuff. Maybe we'll start on the opposite side of where everybody like hangs out currently.
That lone building on the other side.
What is that building? I know somebody
That
asked
is the
about it.
diving bell.
The diving bell. Okay. So maybe on the right side of the island where nothing is currently. Unless, no, we should put it next to the diving bell, right? Because that's where people would be, and they'd have to hear the emergency broadcast.
There?
The diving bell is not owned by you guys. The diving bell has no connection with the...
Is it a radio broadcast tower, or is it actually like a loudspeaker? Because a broadcast tower could be heard as long as you have a receiver.
I'm thinking like the combo of both, basically.
Okay.
Like very like an Art Deco, very I guess like Paris is the right, like Eiffel Tower is technically a little Art Deco, is it? No, that radio towers cause a little more harm. I can feel you on that. But yeah, the speaker system makes the most sense.
I will just go ahead and put it down where you would like it, and we will see if it gets finished. Well, that's basically how all of it works. Like building a radio tower. Yeah, you're not doing it anywhere else. You're doing it. You guys are going to start running into like right now. Your wealth is taking care of like material costs, but you are going to start chipping away at the wealth because you have transportation, but you haven't secured any like trade lines yet. If that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
Makes sense because we have to do a lot of diplomacy stuff before anybody's gonna want to trade with us in the first place.
Right.
We could always go back to the bank in the Parliament City and take their money again.
Alright,
I think they'll
so
see us coming this time.
And Joaquin's like, I'm working on it, please.
So I'm going to deal a last card, and we went through all the officers, correct? I am going to deal this card to myself. And this will be like, I know there's more cards than just these for the spring, but this is going to be the end of spring.
So I'm not seeing a card for Toast or for...
That's because I dragged mine out.
Yeah,
to show
because they
the
dragged them
screen.
out,
Oh, okay.
and it like that just takes them away. That's mine.
At least they can see the fancy card.
Ooh, did I put it on the map? I did not put it on the map layer.
There you go. There's my.
No.
There's my
Now
card.
there's two
no.
of them.
Can you delete them?
Oh,
Do
I
you
got
want-
it. I got it.
I click Caustic's card and it says I'm stealing it.
Don't steal the cards.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
No!
Denied. Okay, thank
So,
you.
this is the engineering's turn. So, if you're an engineer, listen up in the chat. So, an old piece of machinery. This is actually good. An old piece of machinery is discovered broken but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or, an old piece of machinery is discovered cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it?
Oh no.
Like, and I have something for this. Like,
I also do, but I'm willing to listen to what you have in mind.
my idea is it's part of the Starlight's ships that they left behind.
Okay.
Like, part of their ship when you guys were making an escape broke off. And like that is an option that we could have. and it would be useful, and it's perhaps repairable.
I'm gonna at Leo because in Discord.
What was your idea? Yes?
I was thinking maybe prototypes of previous versions of what the HTML Wanderpus became.
That could also work.
It's
I
like
like your idea better.
prototypes.
Purely because they already know how to travel the rifts and they're not using a system that we have been using.
That was
So
what I was gonna do. I
that
was
could
going to
be
do.
an advancement in tech for us and give us the option of perhaps outfitting some other ships so that we could actually build a fleet. Maybe not something that is big enough to seal rifts, but things that are very easy, can more easily navigate them or navigate around them so that we can start doing trade lines.
Trading or scouting, so we could scout about and figure out, we could gather intel and then sort of send the actual main flagship out.
Yeah, I was thinking about starting a project that is 6 turns from now, we will have little vehicles that can travel safely. And then we could pass those kind of vehicles along the world. Like, we give everybody in the world safe travel.
Can you give me the text for this? I was going to copy paste it to
Oh, yeah.
Leo. But I can't copy off the cards.
8 of hearts. Show to players. There you go.
Clackles likes ships.
Alright, so we can build like little ships.
Like ski-doos?
Basically, like the same way that you guys avoid rifts is what I'm thinking. Like, if you can recreate that on a mass-producible level and like sell that kind of information to other countries so that everybody can be able to travel the oceans again and like start up navigation lines so you don't have to be the only ones that can do it, then
Plus, that
that's
would get our rep up too.
that would get your wrap up too. It would solve a lot of problems at once.
Sell it at a generous discount to maybe get our reputation. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
First
like-
50 at a discount.
I'm going to
Kind of thing.
actually say this is going to be an 8-turn one because it is a very big project.
Makes sense.
Big advancement.
So I kind of asked if there was any navigation officer. Basically, Alan and I are navigation officers.
Would you like me to deal you a navigation card then?
To be honest, this is what I would have done anyway. So
What just happened right there?
yes, literally yes. Whatever card came up, I was gonna just spin it into a way to enhance the fleet. So and it also like helps us navigate because it's tech we don't have. So I feel like I took my turn anyway.
Okay, well that works. We are going to move on to summer now. I hope everybody's ready for summer. Summer is where some cards get like a little spicier.
It does
Then-
get hotter.
It does. Normally there's 13 cards. Obviously there's 13 cards in every suit, but I figure like this many people taking turns was going to take forever if we don't.
Makes
And
sense.
we're going to go back to Caustic. Caustic is oh, wait, sorry. Caustic, your science equipment is
Yeah.
delivered. It is done. You now have all of the science equipment that you were asking for. Nothing bad happened. Like, there were no bad cards drawn, so
Yay!
you have it. And no,
At least one good thing has happened. Everything else will probably be cursed.
Well, technically, we had 2 good things because I found Drilly to pay for it. So
science team is fully stocked on research materials. Well, you don't have your notes back, but now you have all your beakers and blah blah blah.
I feel like demolitions would be
And
part
our
of.
diving suits and all the shit that we Ugh.
Is that right? Would Stellar be or with security?
Currently,
Yeah,
Tobias isn't here. Like, yeah, you can be under Talon, who's like your next up. Does that make more sense?
Did I hear that I have a child again?
Gross.
We're wondering.
But yeah,
Wow,
demolition
oh
is
God.
under
20
security
subs,
department.
Billy.
Holy shit.
Billy.
Billy, thank you
Thank
so
you,
fucking
Billy.
much. Oh my god. That's a lot.
That is many sub.
That is
Nobody,
many,
nobody
many.
does donations when I'm DMing. Oh no. No, it's just funny.
You're gonna have
Still
to
like
give it a
that
second
dial-up wizard.
to,
That was
Dial-up Wiz is a great name.
a great name.
It is very good.
So before the turn is over, the first of the negotiation things will be complete. Before Caustic's turn is over, we'll be done with the negotiations. Or the diplomacy kissing babies in Pestora. Will be done. Kicking babies.
Please don't shake the babies.
Making
Make the baby.
babies?
Shaking
Ooh la la.
babies.
Sometimes that's what
Kissing
you gotta
hands,
do
shaking
to,
babies.
get some diplomacy done.
I was really looking for like a faster way to do this, but I couldn't find a really good way to make the clocks go by really fast. But so yeah, we are successful in having science stuff, and it all looks nice and shiny. Like, who made it? Where did we get this from? You bought it, but where did you buy it from, Karika?
Remind
did you-
me who had the better science tech.
You.
It was
Um,
us. Sweet. So when we
But
first
also-
got all this shit, where did we get it from, or did we make it?
Cole made it.
Cole made it.
Leo also made a lot of your fancier stuff. Like, your more recent stuff is stuff that Leo made. So, but like, and the mice, you could have bought the supplies and had the mice put them together. That would
This
also
is
be
also
fine.
yeah. I didn't remember about the mice when we were talking because we had like just started. So if that is okay,
We could have bought it from Salt and Sand, that one place.
You could have bought it from Salt and Sand, like they owe you
Yeah.
some.
Yeah,
If
we
you bought
don't-
it from Salt and Sand,
We don't
I'm
have
going
a
to
terrible
like.
relationship with them, right?
You don't have a
think
terrible
overall-
relationship. You saved that. Like they see that you guys
They like us
So it's
because we
like-
saved them from that giant queen redcap thing.
But
One
I'm
and a
just gonna
half
put
places
something.
Like us. That's not too bad.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna just say that if you're gonna buy things from Salt and Sand, which is great, I support it. Like, you're kind of changing the look of this stuff because it's all gonna be made out of glass. Everything is
don't want
glass. You have a scuba suit that is very lightweight but very strong glass. Like from like it's got
I mean,
it's
it
like
sounds cool as fuck.
you guys have diving
There's
bells
no
again,
arguments here.
but they are just like, you know, that green glass, that really cool, like with all like
Oh my god, yes.
the cups with the ridges around the edges, like the balls with like the
Mhm.
teeth. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about depression glass?
Yes.
Yeah.
The blue and
Yes.
the blue and green stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, all your stuff is gonna look like that. If
Does
we're
it
going
glow?
with songs.
It's like a super durable like festival that you got from Goodwill.
Yeah,
in
yeah, that kind of
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if Nika doesn't hate it, I don't hate it because it sounds cool.
No, I love that, and it's also
That-
absolutely
my God.
time period appropriate.
I low key love depression glass.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm a little embarrassed to admit that, but
I know
yeah.
it's
It
so
sounds kinda
I
sad,
am-
though, don't you think?
I
And
am
yet I love it.
slightly concerned about the concept of a diving bell
Billy
made
gets
out
it.
of glass.
It's basically indestructible glass. You don't have
Okay.
to worry about like
Okay, cool.
unless you guys roll like 3 1s in a row. I'm not gonna break. No, I would break it under the same conditions I would break your normal diving bells. Like, and I'd break it under the same conditions I would break your scuba suits.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just like, because diving bells specifically are made to go really, really, really deep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's this is all tried and tested. It's magically enhanced because you got the art department of Salt and Sand working with the mages because you guys brought them together by
Yeah.
destroying the giant like. And also they realized that the fact that we hate each other caused Timothy to like go crazy by letting his family die. You guys kind of rectified that. So like Salt and Sand is a place that does still like you. But yeah, I like that quite a bit.
Let's keep it that way.
I can't wait to see us fuck it.
But here's you.
I felt like at the end of the Salt and Sand campaign, we were able to at least say like, "Hey, this terrible thing that just happened, we fixed it.
Right?
It's because we're great."
And Cole was like,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
I'm gonna shut this magic off. It's like, what do you mean you're gonna shut this magic off?
What?
This is my ability. I'm like, uh-oh.
Ruined the BBG with one turn.
Here is your summer card costing. If you just click and drag that, once you have it open, drag it into the middle, and then everybody can see it. There we go.
Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed?
Who would ever try something like that?
Bert, you'd totally be
Peanut.
bopping that fucker.
Peanut.
It's totally not Corinthos.
What was the second one?
A headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion. Start a foolish project.
I feel attacked. I don't know why, but I feel attacked.
I feel like given that we like
The weapons factory is on, apparently.
No.
the
Milk starts
the
belching
Parliament
from out.
City in general are no friends of ours, obviously because we robbed them, but also they were no friends of ours to begin with, so it would make sense for them to try.
But
It also makes sense for Starlight to try.
Korzapa's people are just wandering around.
But
That
we haven't explored that enough to know for sure that they're enemies.
Okay.
And so, like, do we want to make them enemies here rather than letting that scenario potentially play out in, like, an RP
That's
setting?
fair. Alright, I don't suppose anyone from Science Department has joined the chat since last I was here. I'm thinking not.
I don't see anybody specifically in science department.
Join Science Department, we need it.
So, since this is specifically for you in the science department, like, this is your question, rather than saying, like, take control of the community, maybe it's a trying to break in and grab records or steal tech that we have or other things that are directly related to the science, like, department. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse, though.
So spies we let into our midst in the beginning of the game are now actually doing their job?
I mean, potentially.
Or alternatively, you can be the headstrong community member that decides to start a foolish project.
But knowing it's foolish, like, seems very anti to something that Karika would do.
They, in my opinion, they don't know that it's foolish. Other people think it's foolish, and like, it's still a project. And when it gets done, regardless, unless there's a card that stops it. But like,
great idea for a foolish project.
And literally, this could be anyone. Like, or it could be something that Karika thinks is foolish, or the science department would think is foolish, and is not a science department character. You could say, perhaps Bobbert has started, like, building something. Like, what has Bobbert started building? Like, you don't know, but you think it's foolish. Like, you think it's silly.
A tie emporium.
Oh goodness.
He's starting like a timeshare condo
Hey, Cole's here.
situation.
Well, Cole's not in here, but Cole's there.
Hi, Cole. You want to join us in
No,
the chat?
I think Cole said they couldn't actually be in the chat, but they would be in,
That was Kai. Cole said
That was Kai.
that he would try to make it when he got out of work. I think.
Cool.
No, he can't.
While you, like, figure this guy,
So-
when you guys talk about this, I have to use the restroom real quick. Lot of
Hey.
water.
So I do have a good idea for a foolish project.
Oh.
Hot spring resort.
Is it a
Do we
timeshare
have
though?
Condo
springs?
situation.
It's got to be a timeshare.
Yeah, for
Alright.
the affluent foreigners who want
Thank
to
you.
relax with some hot therapy.
Hi,
Do
Cole.
we have
You could
hot
potentially disappear.
springs?
Hello, everybody.
Because last I
Hello.
checked, we still had a
Wonderful.
bunch of red caps in our bay.
Well, we can work with wizards to kind of make a hot springs, like an underground lava flow.
Why? Okay, so first of all, I just want you to remember that the last time we did this, that the Foolish Project was a hot spring. Or something along that line.
I think you might be right.
Dude, wait.
Like, I think it was
Oh.
a town in the valley, but also there was like a hot spring in that town. I don't quite remember the whole thing, but it was definitely there.
It was, yeah, based in the, like, as we were discovering why the ruined continent ended up ruined.
I can't believe you remember that. Wow.
Honestly, same. Oh, that seems. I mean. If you've been doing your research on Liminal, then you would know it was a foolish project.
I mean, is that history there though?
I mean, we made that history, so there's no reason why some record of that wouldn't exist.
What's
Maybe
up?
on the word tree, but I don't know what library it'd be on.
Caustic points out, so we were saying, like, oh, starting hot springs, and pointed out that, like, starting hot springs is, like, what happened the last time that played, the Quiet Year.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say
It's a
this.
fucking cyclical thing.
That's the foolish project?
We're still, I mean,
Yeah, we could charge
Yeah.
people for it.
so
Make
that
some,
would be a
foreign
foolish
income.
project, or do we want to have had
Well-
someone attempt to take control of some part of the community?
This
Well-
is your department. What do you want?
If you do the hot springs, how are we going to generate the heat for the hot springs?
Magic.
Lava.
Yeah, wizards. We got wizards.
Because I can piggyback off of that for my idea to build Stirling engines to power the place.
We do have silver that I discovered,
Yes.
just so you know.
That was, the start of it. That was the very first project, was, discovering silver, so that would go very well.
How did we get water again?
We
They,
Like,
the
is that a
card
well?
card said there was water, and so there's a well.
Yeah, someone decided we had underground water, but also hot springs don't necessarily have to be non-salt water. However, we still have red caps in the fucking bay.
That makes it more foolish.
What if we guarantee that there will be no random portals opening up in our hot springs?
No, you can't
Normal
make that
risk.
guarantee.
We
Yeah, I don't
can't
think
make
we
that
understand portals.
guarantee.
But we could say we can.
That's a benefit,
What,
right?
what if you want a portal in your hot spring?
That's how the hot springs in the world that you guys went to in the other, like in the second game, when you guys went through a tree and you came out through hot springs. Those hot springs were homes to portals that were very clearly labeled, and you don't understand how they knew which one went where, and nobody stopped to ask.
We don't
really
ask
about
questions
that.
here. What are you talking about?
I do have a
Um,
question though.
How much do we hate Bobbert, and would we even allow him to do such a thing?
Allow him.
I,
It seems about
I do
half.
not hate Bobbert. This seems like,
I
a
don't
50-50
hate Bobbert
split.
either.
I
Is
love
he still
Bobbert.
here?
Yeah, Bobbitt's chilling out.
I am ambivalent to Bobbert.
He hangs
Let
out
him
with.
have his time
Okay,
to projects.
well...
Bobbert lives on a beach south of this, off of this island, because like in the big map you can see that this is basically an archipelago. To
I
the
mean,
map.
he's not. Bobbert's not using our
Not mean
resources,
to
is
do
he?
that.
Bobbert lives right here in a sandcastle. That was built for him.
Remind me how to erase.
As well. At least.
I don't know what you did. Oh, I see it.
Telling
You
me to go
highlight it,
back in.
and then you can just hit delete or backspace.
Goodbye. Wait, did you make this big blue one?
I did. I was trying to
it's
move
gone.
the thing. Oh, I think I made another dot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you
Oh.
need to click on the little arrow icon instead of the little paintbrush to move things around again.
Go to back. Go to back again.
Ah,
There we go.
there we go. I mean, Bobbert seems like a very forward-thinking person that is constantly attempting to make terrible real estate decisions. So why would he not attempt to make hot springs?
Okay. Bobbert wants to build a resort. All right.
I mean, it would help bring income, I
That is
guess.
true. If it was successful, it would be a source of income.
We do need money.
Where are we putting it? Where am I putting Bobbert?
I'm
to be
debating,
down
do
by
we
the
want
bar.
a freshwater or saltwater spring?
Why not both?
Honestly.
Because the
That's gonna take
freshwater
two
is up
projects.
north.
It would take that you're talking two different projects.
Let's start with
Yeah,
freshwater.
Well,
Okay.
freshwater is up by the academy, but if we want it by the diving bell, then it'd be saltwater.
Alright, saltwater it is then.
Salt
Because down
water
by
it
the
is.
diving bell makes more sense. Because that is the,
Alright.
like, open to everyone area.
Tourist location.
So that is a foolish project. that I'm gonna put under the money section. In like
No.
the
Oh,
thing
no.
the reason I'm gonna call it foolish is like he managed to sell you all on this idea and is using your resources to do it.
No.
I thought it
need
was
that money.
foolish.
And I'm obviously again thinks it's foolish because he's spending my money.
Well,
You
if we
think
all
it's
thought
foolish?
it was foolish, then how did we approve it?
He's
We were
very
drunk at the time.
charismatic.
Yeah, like I'm just asking the other officers, like, how did this happen?
I was drunk.
I don't know.
So,
It's too
I
late
was
now. The
listening.
project is already underway.
You want me to help build something? All right, I'm in.
Before we get into
I love hot
projects for Karaka, what the project that finished was the kissing babies and like shaking hands in Pastora. How did that go, Joaquin? Like, you feel like it was successful? Because you could say it wasn't. You could say that you don't think it was. But did your diplomatic mission go well? How do you feel like the temperament in Pastora, the Kingdom of Pastora, is towards you guys right now?
I tried to start talking like 3 times. I realized I was muted.
I
Out
was
of
wondering.
courtesy for the rest of, yeah, no, it's fine. I feel like we have won over the people of Pastora, but maybe Reedy is not convinced. Because
I
he's
can
got
fix that.
he's got some beef here, especially with
The whole daughter getting beheaded
yeah.
thing.
You know, it's kind of hard to get over, and I get
What
it.
was your question, Talon?
It was a dumb comment more than that.
People happy, but Reedy still not convinced.
Right, which means
Yeah,
like
that
I
works.
think like overall I think we have the support of the city. It's just where like maybe the monarch is begrudgingly gonna be like, I still don't trust these assholes.
Yeah, I fully agree. That is a perfectly reasonable thing to be going on with that. So, in 2 turns, we will have the mission. We'll have information about Vatna through diplomacy. In 4 turns, the communications tower will be finished. I already moved that time. Sexy snake.
Sexy snake.
Oh, sexy snake should be. No,
Yes,
this should be 3. My bad. My
Muscle
bad.
snake.
Alright, everything else is.
The only snake I know.
I don't know any snakes.
I guess if I'm doing a project,
Yeah, it can be a project or a discovery. Either one of those is fine.
we probably need to mine the silver.
Yeah, do you want to study it or just start or build a mine?
Kind of find out what it does before we start.
That's
stockpiling,
true.
Maybe?
Let's study this silver.
Alright, I'm gonna say that's
And
only a
I'm
4
gonna
turn one.
I'm gonna cooperate with engineering to try and do that because I know that silver has something to do with the engineering
The
stuff.
thing is, Cole is literally the expert on that. So do we need to research it? Cole should know on site that that's silver.
Fair.
Silver.
You're fine,
Yeah,
Cole.
because we have Cole here, I will say that you do not you will know everything that you need to know.
Thank you for coming.
I don't think. Does Cole know exactly how it works though? That silver is basically the way that you can travel through rifts with no problem.
Well, was it a component of Lido?
Yes.
Yeah,
Then-
you made Lido out of silver.
I would assume it would be a pretty good idea.
All right, so
So we're
Maybe
gonna
like
mine some silver.
we'll switch it straight to a mine, and
This silver is made of silver. Yes. I do think this is silver.
all right, I am also going to put an 8-turn clock on silver.
Oof.
On a mine because it's a mine, you know. Do we
Makes
think
sense.
do we think
I'd have
6
some-
weeks is better? Is it more
Well, it
fair
depends
for
on how
6?
safe you want the mine, I suppose.
Well, if we're not going to, how deep are we digging? I guess is the question.
But mines are terrible for the environment.
Yeah, so we don't want to go
Oh.
something like crazy.
This is a coastal mine.
It depends on how deep the vein of silver is.
I'll set it at 6. I will set it at 6. I'll be nice.
I mean, but what if that goes through the underwater spring?
The underwater spring's on the other. Well, it could. I could. It depends on what kind of cards we draw. So I'm gonna put this at 6. And everything else has been lowered. We'll know about Vatna in 2 turns. Deal
As
a
a
card.
naturalist, would I happen to know if we're about to hit upon water?
You should be able to detect
I don't
it.
think it's 100% going to be you digging.
That's true.
So accidents could happen, like no matter what.
Yeah. You've got other things to do than watch over them all the time.
The people
This
who
is yet
defend it.
another job that the otters can take if they wish.
With
One-
like extremely competitive pay
Mm.
and health benefits, especially for the mine. Like,
1
Nice.
card for Joaquin.
And let's take a look at it. Draw it out here.
Yes, please.
And here we are. Aha.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm gonna go ahead and just metagame this out. I think some sort of incredible engineering breakthrough has led to the early completion of the small fleet of scout vessels.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
okay.
mean, they are pretty advanced ships, so it would
Alright,
make
so
sense.
They are advanced. I'm trying to think of some sort of Deus Ex Machina or some kind of.
Instruction manual.
Also, while you were gone,
They
Cole
found the
started building more
instruction.
ships.
That is perfect. They found the instruction manual. There was
That's
literally a
hilarious.
user's
Just
manual.
in the glove compartment, like, oh, perfect.
I was like, oh, there's a user's manual. Thank
That is
God. The wreckage
hi-
included the glove compartment.
That is hysterical.
With a
I'll
convenient blow up blueprint.
Alright.
With
I am
like
going...
you know how like you have to buy the maintenance manual from the manufacturer for like certain vehicles? It just happened to have the maintenance manual in there as well. And a diagram for how to build it.
Alright,
So
so
motorcycle ones.
I will
yeah.
add the abundance of... Not ships, because you haven't built the ships yet, but you've at least built a prototype.
Right, and we have the full capability to build more. We have finished the project.
Yep, 100%. What do I call it? What do I call this abundance?
It's basically
More
just tech, right? Like an abundance of
Yeah,
tech.
tech.
We have
Abundance of travel potential.
That's transportation.
Yeah.
like ship warranty, maybe.
We're calling.
We've
to
renewed
contact-
our ship warranty.
The
over
Great
and over.
Wave.
We are calling you about your vehicle's extended warranty.
And we're
We
like,
don't
oh
want
shit,
people
they
to
got our
hate
number. Nice.
Oh no, shit.
Please send us the manual.
Don't mind if I do.
Some spare parts.
One of the
Abundance
many
of sh-
beautiful robocalls that like we'll get as soon as we invent
Oh wow,
telephones.
that's so tiny. What happened there?
I love how at some point in the late 90s, early aughts, we started getting robocalls, and then we just never dealt with them to the fact that now we just don't answer our phones.
Which is great. I was
Millennials
never
are
gonna
so
answer my phone
anxious they
anyway.
don't answer their phone. It's just
We-
like, I'm
they
scared of
just-
robocalls.
They just don't answer phones now.
Oh,
It's all about them texting and DM.
Why would I want to talk on the phone when I could talk on Discord?
Or like just send a text. Like that's it.
I don't know. I answer telemarketers just so I can mess with them.
I played porn for one once.
I
They
had...
started yelling at me.
Right, so that's that. You guys are like
Wonderful,
way ahead
wonderful.
now, because like that will, you can use that in your diplomacy, and you know how to make them, and you at least have one very viable prototype. It works. It's perfect. Everything's good. So do you want to start a project? Do you want? Because you could start a project that's just like go get these out into the world right now.
I think I'd like to instead see if we can make a discovery.
Sure. What would you like to discover? On the big map or the little map?
Let's go to the big map.
Okay. Big map it is.
Yes, the thick map.
The dense, large map. I don't want to like remake the landscape here, but I think we would maybe like to find maybe not so much as an uncontacted civilization as much as maybe one of these large factions or like regions has its own like either guild or I'm trying to get something in the vein of diplomacy. Maybe like say
You can
there
always discover survivors from the ruined continent.
there could be that. I'm thinking also too in terms of like from Port Barter, like they're not so keen on us, but maybe there's like a specific guild or group of artisans or traders there that are just like, hey, you know what? We don't think it was really your fault, and we want to see if we can open some stuff up. I want to kind of discover that connection. I don't know if that's a stretch.
I mean, we got competitive pay already in the island.
We do, and there's some whispers that we are not only kissing babies, but we've got new transportation.
I'm wondering if like that would be a better project or no. You can discover it right now.
Okay.
You could discover that group of people, and it'll be a short project to like get their trust on like the next person that wants to like go there.
Not shaking
Or you could just straight up start a project that is gain their trust right now without discovering them, which will be a longer project. Up to you.
Okay.
A longer project has the opportunity of drawing a card that says a project fails. So there's a big downside there. So having the project be a short thing, and you could guarantee it'd be more successful if you go through the discover and then the project.
What's under the realm of like discover? We're discovering resources, technology, etc.
Yeah. You could discover like that there is a plan to change the because Port Barter right now is being led by it's all merchant class and the very snotty and the very snooty. But like you could find that you could discover there is a faction that is about to overthrow them.
Yeah, let's say we discover sort of either a guild of traders or artisans in Port Barter that are not cool with the current like merchant class there. They're kind of running their own businesses, they're running their own trades, they're running their own workshops or studios or whatever. And they're sympathetic to the fact that they don't think what happened there was necessarily our fault. And they also feel like they don't want to go along with the status quo in Port Barter, so discovery of that might be... Yeah, I think it's basically what you said.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
It's going to be a future project to get their trust, but we now understand that there is a group there that's sympathetic and they're not in line with the ruling elite.
And they are now separate from, the leading class.
Jesus, Nika.
Who is this again? I forgot which. Is it
best? The people in Port Barter. They are I don't know where my Discord went. It just disappeared. Like, I know I'm still on the call. There we go. Okay, so the next card goes to Krieg.
I don't know where my Discord went. Alt-tabbing intensifies.
Not recall. I want to shuffle.
Discord lets you exit out of it now, and it'll just keep you in the call.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I can't, like...
Well, it's not so much as exiting it as it is, like, minimizing it to your little task icons.
Card is on its way to toast.
There you are. Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who and what are they looking for?
Karika just walks away.
What do you think, Isaac? If you still hear us, of course. Warlord.
Ooh.
No,
Except said peanut.
It's a good suggestion.
when the world needed him most.
He vanished.
The incident, yes.
Oof.
People died, people ran.
We don't talk about it.
That's probably true.
Peanut just shows up and says that he's being blamed for the death of the princess.
So we'll go with someone new arrives.
Okay, who's arriving? Is it somebody that we know, or is it just like you can make up a wholly new person?
No, I'm not. Let's go with the Peanut idea. Peanut will show up
Oh
Okay.
to our
no.
colony.
Someone new
But why
arrives.
are they
It's
in
an alternate
distress?
timeline, Tim.
They've been on the run for something they are being framed for.
You think is Peanut being framed for the murder of the princess?
I wasn't able to watch. Was he there the whole time?
He was
or-
there. Like alright, so in that game, one of the players who I can't remember who's playing. I think Sakura.
It was Sakura, yeah.
Yeah. Their character just jumped on top of the wall and cut off the princess of Pastura's head. Just took her head clean off. She was
None of
working.
us saw it.
None of them saw it. She was working with another woman who was summoning the rain to drown all the rich people. And that woman got like knocked off the wall into the water, and then when Karika punched a hole in the wall or in the door, Peanut was
Tried
last
to
seen
gently cut.
and failed miserably. But Peanut was last seen surfing that woman's body out of the city.
That was a Lady of Bones.
I never said it out loud.
Oh, my bad.
That doesn't mean anything to us anyway.
I know, but now you know she's important.
Edge.
We kind of always knew she was important. We just
Bones, you say?
couldn't catch up to her.
Are they
Lady,
wooden
you
bones?
say.
Or...
But now it's named important.
Yeah, let's go with that. He's being framed for the assassination of the princess because he left suspiciously. No one has seen him since. And he shows up because we were the last ones to see him alive.
Well, that'll be fun.
He's totally
Perfect.
not been chilling in the engine room with me. It's fine.
Alright. So, Selma, your thing is finished, and you now have more information on the people who have taken, which also happened in Port Barter. So a lot of things have been happening in Port Barter. So with the discovery, with Joaquin's recent discovery of a clandestine group of people, like, I'm going to link you two things together. Your group of gathering information with that. They have come to you guys and explained that there is a woman working in Port Barter that is not from here. She is normally a lounge singer. Like, you'll find her at late night at bars singing, and it's almost hypnotic. And she doesn't wear clothes from the area. Nobody ever sees where she goes at night. Like, she'll like walk down the street, and when you're trying to like tail her, she just disappears. Nobody's ever been able to follow her back to her home. She is obviously incredibly wealthy and very well connected with the upper crust of this town, and seems to be able to like get them any item that they're looking for. But nobody's ever been able to follow her home. That is the information you have that you've gained on the woman that you were looking for in connection with Vatna.
Okay. Well, she's kind of leaving a cold trail after that. So can I act on that, or
You can act on it in your next turn for sure. And your turn is coming up. So, after Joaquin did a project that got done. All right, yeah. So,
Did you want me to do discovery or project?
Krieg has to do the project. I forgot it was Krieg's turn real quick.
It's okay. We're spending a lot of money, and I would like to discover ways to make more money that are not an affront to everybody's.
If you're gonna discover a way, you gotta tell me what you discover to make money. Or you could start a project that's just like a making money project, but then you have to tell me what the project does that makes money.
Let us discover. See if we can go to. There's like the power vacuum in the archipelago you mentioned, right?
Yeah, there's definitely a power vacuum because you killed the mob boss.
Can we discover anything that they're lacking? Kind of like. And then maybe we could assist. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're missing a lot of food, or there's something bad happening that we can assist with into making money. Does that make sense?
I think that would be a project.
Okay.
Be careful who you assist,
That's
because
true.
that will show what side we've chosen in the power vacuum.
Let's just go for a project and see if we can find ways to make more money since we're spending a lot of it. We need some income.
So you're looking for like trade? Or are you looking
Warlord
for like
suggests we can discover an outsource accounting opportunities. A bank was robbed mysteriously. See if we can find out what happened.
You could straight up build a bank.
Ooh.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
have
start
a lot of
minting
trust
coins.
still, though. Trying to build a bank when no one trusts you.
Well, we've gained some trust.
You've gained some trust for sure. And you are poised to gain more trust coming up.
What about like offshore accounts type bank? Especially because you come here for the hot springs and then you leave some of your stuff in this cash.
We're
Like
gonna
that
cater
kind of
to the
vibe?
rich here.
I thought we were
Mhm.
trying to stop being sketchy and start
Well,
being
it's not sketchy to the public. It's just
legitimate.
it's very legitimate for the rich.
We are Deutsche Bank.
Oh my
Apparently.
goodness.
Yeah.
They have good reputation.
We do have the potential for a lot of ships. Why can't we do transport and trade?
We'd be. Oh, we do have an opportunity to provide the disgruntled of Port Barter a new location to compete with the existing hub.
We do still need to build those ships.
Yeah, but ideas are brewing.
And you could definitely start like building a port. You could start building the
Yeah.
ships. You could literally, like I said, build a bank. You could fill that power vacuum if you wanted to.
I feel like infrastructure in the port is going to help bring the goods in, which is going to require people to manage the goods and collect money for the goods, so the banking and the other ledgers will follow. But let's get the infrastructure for the goods first.
Makes sense.
What goods?
If we have this beautiful centrally located atoll, if we provide the docks and the loading space, then we have
We are
a
near
shipping
the new
hub.
trading hub.
We have a shipping hub,
So
a trading hub.
The
aren't there still
previous-
red caps in the harbor?
Possibly.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
The
Don't worry
previous
about it.
administration had us locking
Don't worry
down.
about them.
No, they had us locking down rifts so that they could control what came in and out of it. So if we wanted to, rather than like controlling it, we could do a bit more like of a free want to say like free market scenario, but like
We could do a free trade.
yeah, we could start up a thing and once we can get in and out of exploring rifts rather than controlling, we can
Right,
just
we could
go on missions to pick new fruits, new like whatever you could find in a rift, like new things for people to experience. So people would
right
love to show
without
up. if we got
without doing a colonialism.
Exactly.
We're basically saying like, hey, if
We
you
could
would like to
open-
join this community, we already have an existing hub for you to come and meet other people.
We could definitely do like instead of like international, it'd be like inter-rift trading like negotiations.
Right, we're this gigantic liaison amongst all. We are or some sort of UN. Not really.
There is a giant rift right here. We do know, like, you guys are
Yeah,
standing
yeah.
on top of a giant one.
We are
Why
uniquely
not create
placed.
your shipping like you
We
want
also
be...
have to be careful with it because there's a tentacle monster down there.
Is there?
Sometimes.
Is
Well,
there
we might have
the...
an actor who could just shoot it.
That sounds like a bonus to me.
Especially
Yeah,
for
Cole,
the Japanese.
Cole's not worried about them. Cole ripped one in half.
True.
Plus, we can always launch Korzaba at them if they ever become too frisky. It would be fine.
We have top of the line security. She has definitely never shot anybody for no reason, not wizards or anybody else.
I shot one person so far.
Allegedly.
No,
I
no,
love
it
how
happened.
we're-
It's not allegedly.
I love how we're taking the shit on Korzapo while we literally have a mass murderer running science.
But not,
Allegedly.
like an intentional mass murder.
Well, we haven't even had that conversation yet. We're just kind of
didn't
letting it
kill the
go.
person.
No, is
So,
that what, is it?
Final
like-
decision, we'll make a shipping company on our island.
Alright, so we are
Or
doing.
start up a shipping company, pretty much.
Oh, we're gonna have a little startup company. Nice.
Mm.
Here we go.
Because shipping companies have never gone wrong historically.
All right, so
As long as
in-
an evergreen doesn't get lodged in that big thing in the left side, we'll be totally good.
is the medical team's turn to be dealt a
Good ol'
card.
Ever given.
Why do you hate me so?
It's roll
Oh,
20.
there it
It
goes.
hates everybody equal.
There we are. I
Its
figured it out.
animosity is boundless and omnipresent.
I have given Lurid his card.
Yes, Clackle. That's CLT. You gotta be careful with that, Gostic.
Then just add an I somewhere in there.
Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed?
Wait,
Why
how do we
they-
get this one? Let me delete that one real quick and give you a new one. We've already got that one once. That's weird.
We'll get another one.
Oh, it's because I shuffled the cards earlier. Because I messed up. Try that one.
You fool.
DM
You got a
error.
point, Clackle.
It's
There we
the six of diamonds.
Nice.
Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many? How are they greeted?
Red caps are outsiders.
Are they hostile or are they friendly?
Corinthians.
Well, they're already there.
It could be all of the building and whatnot that we're doing is starting to attract other groups that could be good, could be bad. People who want to take control and people who want to get in on the ground floor of what they think could be a very fiscally rewarding venture.
This is my shipping company. No.
Yes.
I don't know where you built your shipping company.
Is Craig gonna become a monopoly?
No. No. I don't. No. Why would you say something like that?
We
No.
are going to become a monopoly. Thank you.
Our monopoly,
The East
comrade.
Indies, I mean the central interplanar liminal.
Okay. So, part of members from the syndicate arrive.
Just swap the I and the L.
No, so that people will look at it, read it wrong,
I was
correct
trying.
themselves, realize that they're perverts.
I really was trying to be like, okay, what if we reorganize it, but it's that company at the end?
Doesn't need company, right? Like, it doesn't have to.
But then
Plus,
trade.
people won't be able to find us, so it'd be great.
Okay, syndicate. Sorry. What were we saying?
Syndicate.
Certain folks would have trouble finding it.
That's perfect then.
Oh no.
But definitely have it IL so that people read it wrong. And then we can say, "What, you pervert?"
What? No, it's the silts.
So, who are the syndicate?
I'm thinking about the owls. Who were they?
Parliament.
The Parliament. Members of the Parliament arrive.
I mean, the ones we haven't murdered, allegedly.
Yeah, so they've actually moved into the growing community. But the thing is, how they're vulnerable is that they are rookie members of the Parliament. So it's actually very easy to like coax information out of them from just from what they know.
They're new recruits.
Yeah. But they're still working for the Parliament.
Oh, they're working for the Parliament, but they're here. Alright. Does everybody know that they're double agents, or is it just assumed and you're keeping them at, like, arm's reach?
I mean, are we just gonna start assuming that all owls are evil? We can't just be
Well-
like that, guys.
I don't think the rookie members of the Parliament would be assigned as double agents. I think they're just
Strong arming people.
They want to prove themselves by doing something stupid, so they're out to try, I guess.
No, they are here to spy on us, but they're just so easy to like manipulate into conversation. You can just like social engineer information out of them.
There's that one guy who gets really drunk at the bar, just spills everything.
Yeah, like that.
Maybe they're not here officially for them. Like, they're just like, we're gonna prove that we're really good and then go off on their own.
I don't know how they're structured.
Well,
Alan
their
does,
leader just murdered.
allegedly.
No, he was murdered.
Oh no, it was not allegedly. However, we aren't necessarily known as the killers, but he was very
Allegedly.
clearly murdered.
We have some owls living here, and the radio tower has finished. It is up and going.
He's the guy that has sex with ostriches, allegedly.
So, Twy, what are the benefits of this radio tower?
I still need the project art discovery.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, you do that after the
Okay.
clocks tick down, and then. So just in case anything that she says right now is useful to you, then it's good to get your turn in.
Okay.
The radio towers, they are emergency broadcast systems. So
towers or just tower? Because
tower. Yeah,
Okay.
we just made one there, and I would like to make at least like another one on the other side in the future, because I want them to be able to like what I really, really think is cool. It would be very cool if they were like speaker systems that could like boom, 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 the entire center of the water. Like when you put water on top of like a speaker and then it makes different patterns at different frequencies. I think that'd be a really fucking cool like trap if ever there was a big spooky dookie boy. And I think we can do that with like the power of crystals and electromagnetism. And then the towers can also serve as just regular radio towers. It can boost our signal to currently, I think Pastora is the only one with a radio tower. And be emergency broadcast. Maybe some chill, smooth hip hop beats, lo-fi shit is casually playing to set the mood of the area. I don't know. Other than those benefits, I don't know more benefits than that.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. And Summer, what would you like to do as your discovery or project?
That's tough. Because medical needs to do something, but also there's Vatna.
Both of these things are true. Like, if you want to have like really good health care for people, you'd have to build a hospital of some kind. Depends on how big you guys intend on this place getting.
But also dedicating some research to the red caps to maybe potentially find weaknesses. Is a thing maybe worth exploring.
Both worthwhile endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe start a project where we build like a dual medical / biological research facility, or just use what's left of Lockstitch Academy.
Convert one of the buildings into like a red cap research.
There's no way this goes bad, right?
Oh no,
Of
it
course
can totally go bad. Everything can go bad.
It's us.
It would have to be like on the outskirts of the academy, because if we're like gonna be shipping in live specimens.
Part of the research, if I may add, because I am of the science department, trying to find a way to either decoagulate or coagulate the blood in them so that they can't move or they explode or something.
Well, that's research down the line. Right now, it's just building the thing for the research.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and mark on the map where you would want it. So this.
I forgot to mark where the shipping station would be. Sorry.
X.
So this is one more building that we're going to build. I'm actually going to, with that one more building, you are not at a scarcity of wealth, but you no longer have an abundance of wealth.
So we'd have to make a new building?
Oh,
or
no,
just get this one?
For the supplies and stuff that you would need, because you guys haven't like told me how you would get the materials, it's going to cost a lot of money. So it's fine. You can use one of the building that's already there, like the classrooms or something, if you guys aren't intending on being a school anymore, which is again fine.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking for medical, I do want to go ahead with a hospital.
Okay.
Rather than a research, and make that available to the public as well.
Excellent. That will also help with trust.
Are we an at-cost hospital or a free hospital?
Socialized healthcare. Like, are people paying taxes? Like, yeah, how's that economy going?
Let's ask the accountant. Do people pay taxes?
They haven't been.
Oh, you might want to draft something up.
No, you can't do a socialized healthcare without tax revenue.
Right.
We've been giving
so
out money left and right. No one's been giving us money.
Maybe like a Patreon model?
I've played Age of
Patreon
Empires.
model.
We just put a 10% tax on everything. Nothing will go wrong.
It'll be communal, socialized, so they'll have to do the GoFundMes themselves. No, not at cost, but enough to make some profit.
I was thinking maybe taking it like a chunk of the profits from the trades, and maybe in contractual agreements that we have with other organizations or other countries, if they want in on this sweet shit that we're bringing in, there is a fee that contributes to that, or
like a flat 10% corporate tax, like
10%
business.
is not enough.
How about 50?
Just 50%.
50 feels like a lot, but I'm good with like a 30 to 35.
Okay.
And that's what Steam takes. So yeah, feels good.
This is a project in and of itself.
Yeah. Can we repurpose like the school building to become a hospital?
Sure, that's fine. As long as
And like those facilities should conceivably already exist in some capacity.
Yeah, because they were teaching people how things worked. So yeah, repurposing the school into a full-on hospital is definitely a goal, and a goal that will work. I gotta open up my notepad. I was trying to figure out what this... Oh, okay. No. What is? What was
Or
this
use that
one?
building.
Does anybody know what this was? Like, I got two things under the money thing. One of them is building the trading thing. Oh, hot springs. Never mind. Figure that out.
That
Timeshare.
asshole.
Yeah, timeshare.
Alright, hot springs should be done soon.
Definitely gonna get a cut of that timeshare.
That's gonna get really weird.
Gonna fight Robert on that.
Why?
So this area is Lockstitch, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
Yep. Alright, so it would, like, if we're gonna continue alphabetically, it is now not Lurid's card. Royce gets a card. Here's a
Yes.
card, Royce.
If I was there.
We took an engineering turn for you last time, and we started building cool ships, and then they got finished immediately because Joaquin was just like, finish it.
The
Yeah,
link
yeah.
for this game is in the meta channel. If you haven't already joined it.
Oh, he's not here.
I guess not.
Have access to the meta channel?
You
What?
should. That's
There
a
it
channel I tagged you in.
See, yes, I'm just blind.
I was gonna say you posted something just a few minutes ago, or an hour
Don't
ago.
worry, I can't find anything in Discord either.
I don't need to look at things, right?
Okay, there you are. Alright, good. Now I can just deal. I've been having problem dealing people's cards the whole time, so I was just like, what is wrong? Alright. So go ahead and click your card, and then if you click and drag it out and put it in the middle of the map, everybody will be able to see it. Okay, we will discard the top two cards, and then
2 actions.
2 actions. Alright, I am going to deal the top 2 cards to myself, just so we can get them away.
Mm-hmm.
Cards were they? I want to beat them. Oh yeah, and so what would you like your 2 actions to be? You can discover something or start 2 projects. You can discover something, start a project, or you can start 2 projects.
Well, I only want to start 1 project. So
You
we'll
have
just,
the option to.
yeah.
So is there 2 things that you want done?
Madness still needs help.
Well, you see, I've got some ambitious projects.
Alright, what we got?
I would like to start a railway system on this island here.
A railway.
Like an overseas railway?
Like Spirit Tracks?
Sure, you could do that all the way around. Because right now, like, we just have the shipping. But it might be quicker if we can get railway to travel from, like, one end to the other.
Okay, yeah. Just railway and rail yard
Yeah.
for like the mine and the mine
Yeah.
was done. Oh no, it's still got 2 turns.
But,
Because there's like so many of us, these turns are taking forever though.
yeah.
I have a fantastic idea.
Can
What
you
is it?
remind us the scale of like mileage of like the islands?
I don't know.
Okay.
1 second. I'm just trying to lower things.
I
I do think
suppose
it's
I should
actually
at some
on the
point-
map.
Yeah, it's on the map. It's not on this map.
I should at some point bring up that I have a free real estate card, and if anyone has ideas, please give them to me. It's a add something new to the Lockstitch Academy card.
But,
I was like, community center? I don't know, but
So-
if someone has good ideas, tell me.
You want a railway system that's just good for like the whole island?
yeah, the whole island.
Okay. Yeah, that works. That's like a 6-turn thing, I imagine. Not a
Yeah.
problem.
Can it be like cute? Like a little like trolley system?
Get
I mean,
everybody
sure.
around the town, no problem. Let me do this real quick.
Can we have like actors on the side and it stops every once in a while, like the that one movie, the movie themed ride in fucking, is it Disney or is it Universal?
We can actually get rid of this card because we know we just have to do one more. Ooh, I put a no there.
Based on the map, the island, the circle has a diameter of like maybe 35 miles. So railway all the way around is like 110 miles of railway. If it was gonna like touch.
True, motherfucker.
Nerd.
I was just curious, like how big, but also that means we have a lot of resort space to do.
But-
I
and
say
that's
that,
kind of
but
the
like you're
idea.
like super smart.
Yeah.
Go back.
Thank
Do
you.
a
I
big
will accept
circle
this
railway
compliment.
system. That way, future projects can be planned around the railroad system. You don't have to have a road necessarily all the way to it.
Public transportation, and we were already saying like inviting people, but that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, did you want to make a second project, or?
Well, I mean, I'd like to discover more resources.
What would you like to discover, and where was it that you discovered it?
Well, so we have like a lot of normal ground here, but I'd like to get some glass.
You
There's
can
a
get-
city for that.
Yeah, you can
Exactly.
import glass. No
Yeah.
problem. As long as you just get your. We've already traded with them, so they're the only people that are like willing to trade with you.
You can
Like to-
also get some really, really nice clay from Pastora because they don't hate us anymore other than the king.
Oh, okay, just the king hates us, right?
I don't think you were here when we did trade with Salt and Sand and got like depression glass, and it's like so structural that it got us like the diving bells are now this like gorgeous glass stuff as well.
They did not trade you glass. They trade you glass items. You don't have glass to forge with. You have items that are made of glass. All the science team equipment is all just glass. But you, like, unless you know how to break that magical glass down and to repurpose it, it is not a resource that you can use as a building material.
But at this point,
But
we could
that
just
clay
order
is
whatever this
also
thing
like
is.
super hard. You can make like unbreakable jars and shit.
So I guess, what resource do you want?
Can we recruit those artisans as well? Like bring a master to the island?
Oh god, we're going full slime on this, huh?
It's your choice.
What's slimy about it?
Krieg Industries is gonna have a monopoly on everything.
Hey, it's not my industry, it's the captain's industry. I'm just running the ship.
Our
Mm.
industry.
If we
I'm
can
the CFO, I don't know what you're talking about.
get glass planes, like like planes of glass, flat square pieces, not actual like planes made of glass.
I mean, we already have the relationship, so that shouldn't be too bad of a.
Discovery?
You want to
Yes.
bring in like the Salt and Sanctuary,
Sand. That's all. Sanctuary.
not that Salt and Sand, artisans. Yeah, you could bring them in. That would be a project more than a discovery.
Okay, we'll go with another project then.
All right, I'm gonna say that's a 4-turn negotiation project. So let's just put that right here because we've already established that you have a relationship with them, and a good one.
Right.
All right, Talon's turn next. Get ready.
I have so many ideas, and also 2 terrible ones.
The card's gonna
I
be
can't
just
wait.
the worst.
You need to switch to the hand and not the... There you go. Ooh,
Introduce the
ooh.
mystery to the edge of the map. Oh, wait, sorry. You go ahead and read it. Sorry.
I'll use my DM voice now, thank you. Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unintended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go awry?
That was terrifying. Please never do it again.
That was great. You have a great radio voice.
Thank you. I
That's
should scream, but I
incredible.
don't.
I know, it's weird, isn't it, Nico?
I'll have to
So
use my
fucking
captain
weird.
voice in the next one.
I'll have to use my phone voice.
What is up with all these fucking... Do I want to get famous? No, get fucked.
What?
You don't want to be famous?
No, I really
I'm already
don't.
famous.
Were you getting a bunch of bots? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already banned one. I just got that one.
Do a mystery feat.
That's better than the Haas ones.
Extreme.
That second one could be really scary, so I'm not gonna do that. But I can also make the other one really scary.
So-
Fuck.
Which map, though? This one or the big one? That's your next question.
We're gonna use it on the big one probably.
Okay.
Because I really, really, really want to bring a Corinthian sea monster.
That's not a mystery. That's a
I
nightmare.
know!
Yeah.
We already know what that
introducing
is.
Introducing a creature isn't the same as introducing a mystery.
I
Like,
know! I can word it though.
You
the-
can
yeah,
absolutely
the way
do,
that I-
like, hearing reports of
yeah.
something occurring.
There have been reports of someone seeing a large, colossally large,
Thing.
thing that is swimming to the north. Fuck it.
Is this a monster?
No,
We
it's
don't
just
know.
a
It's a mystery.
Exactly.
Alright, so we have a mysterious large creature to the north. And the fun thing is, just for the record, anybody else can piggyback on that. Like, even if it wasn't what Talon was expecting, somebody else on their turn could go explore. And then when their project done, they have narrative control over what they found.
Eh.
I'm just throwing that out there, because that's what makes this game kind of fun.
It's just that now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Large
Please.
creature to the north.
It's
Alright.
Batman with guns.
Right, so yeah, that is that. And do you have Nope, the resort finishes. It was
Who did the
Bobbert's.
resort?
It
Bobbert's-
was me and Bobbert.
Bobby Bob Bobbert.
So how does the resort look? Does it look good? Do you think people are actually gonna want to go there once like you've established trade?
Nothing went wrong.
Nothing
nothing.
went wrong. How good of a property person is Mr. Bobbert? That, I guess, is the true question.
Oh, he could sell you anything.
You sold us on the idea.
Okay,
I know what I'm doing with the next turn.
So it's an okay resort that he manages to convince people is amazing, is what I'm hearing.
Well, what's the theme of the resort?
Ties.
Are we thinking? Is it more like Excalibur, Mandalay Bay? Is it needs to
Colorado
have a
Springs.
signature scent?
Mhm.
Is it more like a Mobile 6?
What if it's word tree themed?
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds cute.
Okay.
Kind of neat.
Get your own word tree tie.
The gift shop is just full of ties, so I think it sells.
Eyes and just books.
They're
Yeah,
bow
we-
ties with like
Some of the ties
leaves.
have to have rubber duckies and word trees on them.
Sadly, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Right,
want
so,
to have
like-
to agree with you, but that is correct.
Like both on the same tie.
Yeah.
That's a special one, though. You can only get it at the opening event.
It's duckies on the tie wearing word tree ties. It's
No,
like
I'm just
the
gonna
tie-in.
I'm just gonna get rid of all ducky ties immediately. Ducks don't exist in this world. Nobody knows what a duck is. Ducks don't exist in any of the worlds you're from.
What
Right,
about
so
llama
when-
ties then?
You say
You know what
that,
llamas
but
look like.
duckless,
Strictly
excuse
not
me,
true.
duckless actively exists.
Duckless isn't a duck. He's a wizard.
Duckless
Now.
was
He looks like a duck.
Yes, but he used
You
to be a
can't
duck.
prove Duckless was a duck.
Yes, you can.
It says so
You
in his
can't prove this.
backstory.
It literally is in his backstory that he is a duck.
Yellow ducks don't exist.
You can't erase his roots.
Yes,
I can.
And,
What?
and both Royce and Ceylon come from that world, so they are fully aware that ducks exist. How dare you?
You
Duck
can't just
erasure.
delete ducks.
You can't just delete ducks.
Decoration.
Decorations
I
really
just said they
come
were
out.
yellow ducks too. We just
Ducks
said
are
ducks.
where, no,
Make-
ducks are where Skin Inc. decide that they're just done. They're like, nope, we're gone.
Someone make the thing turn off a giant yellow rubber.
Thanks
duck.
for all the fish.
This is the line. This is definitely the no anti-duck it's imminent. No.
How do we feel about mallards specifically?
I'm good for the mallard.
Yeah.
I don't like waterfowl on apparel.
Don't
Add it-
mallards
add
have
it to the
basically
list
little
of-
bow
the-
ties?
The exhaustive list of things Alan is against.
But aren't flamingos a waterfowl?
Yeah, but they don't. They're not on boat. They have boats
no, you
on
cannot.
them.
You
Really
cannot.
popular decor and print object right now.
Ooh,
Probably last year.
it sounds
but...
like Alan's backed into a corner now.
Bobbert would
Which
definitely want ties of
lash
himself.
out even more. He's only going to lash out more now that we have him cornered.
Everybody's beating up Alan in the corner right now.
Give him one
fucking
avenue of
gif.
escape. So he
It's
doesn't.
it's the JoJo gif where everyone's beating up on the one person.
Beating up on your DM is not a good idea generally.
Yeah, no, I know.
They hold a lot of power over you.
I'm
I
prepared
don't
to face
think,
the consequences.
like, I already have had some pretty shitty things happen to me. I feel like anything further that is shitty will just be like, okay, that's fine.
That's right.
Moving on with the rest of the campaign. Though.
Yes.
I am
Al-
completely indifferent to
Alan,
this
Yeah,
topic.
so
We
What
love
is
you,
the-
Alan, and it's okay.
Oh no, it's fine. What is the thing that we want to build or discover that is not the mystery?
I really want to do like reconnaissance on the Corinthian fleet, just so I have a better idea of what they have, what they're armed with. I can make that stuff up for you if you want later.
No, it's fine.
Just so we have a better idea of what they're kind of here for, without directly spying on them and having them shoot at everything.
Sure. That sounds like a 6-turn project.
It was that, or I make a war train.
So discovery it is.
And then next turn we will have the mine created for the silver. That'll be done next turn. And then in 3 turns we will have... What was the spy mission we were doing? I forgot to write that down. It was negotiating with... Oh, the Salt and Sand. To get, like, a new group there.
I think that was Port Barter.
Yeah, the
That's what I wrote down.
uprisers.
Yeah, it was Port Barter on that one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The 4 turns is the artisans from Salt and Sand.
Mhm.
Ah, yes.
Artisans from everywhere. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, they're like making shit left and right, doing things.
Alright, so... that turn, and now we move on to twice card. Deal 1.
Ooh.
This is incredibly annoying to me.
Are you ready, Sept? Are you ready?
Oh,
We're
there we
ready.
go. Deal. There it is. Alright, this deck.
Oh, it's got little words. Oh no. Whoa, more bad omens. Oh fuck.
Wow.
Oh,
What the hell
this
is up
some-
with that?
Yeah, no, that's some. I do not want my tarot read today. The first prompt is: predators and bad omens are afoot and a fleet, apparently. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who would it be? Or
Robert.
or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Yes. Ooh.
Do not
Oh.
reduce.
Peanut.
They call them Project Dice because the way it's supposed to be played is you have the dice set up under the project and you just keep lowering it by 1. So you just do not, like, none of these projects would go down this week. Oh, sorry.
Because the bad omens are so bad.
The captain disappears.
Oh no.
But
Where's he?
I would have to be careless, and someone
what if
goes
the
missing.
captain got kidnapped by the thing currently possessing Taupe?
I thought we weren't supposed to do suggestions.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we weren't like but it's
You
more or
wouldn't know
less
because
fine.
there were fewer people in the chat to contribute, so
You got any thoughts, Sept, so far? I don't.
I do like it that the communications team is fielding omens of all things. Like that's neat. Also terrifying.
I'm definitely feeling like Patagon and my feathers as well. They're like starting to because they're feeling the omens as well, and we're taking it very personal. So they're not wilt, but kind of like start to gray maybe a bit, like get a little sallow. I don't know if those are the right words for birds, but yeah, someone is missing or nothing progresses. If someone went missing, who makes sense to go? But also it says you are careless, and someone goes missing.
You are careless is incredibly easy because you are the one with the of an alarm system. You just didn't hit the alarm. You didn't see it, so
I am bumbling.
One job. You had one job.
One job. And you
Push
fucked
the
it up.
button.
I have an image of Cylon gossiping on the radio like that one lady from Atlantic. Or Atlantis, correction.
Oh, I do like that though. Like I'm on the radio though. We're doing a little like testing emergency broadcast thing. And so like maybe the first broadcast thing is I mix up my words and that causes somebody to then go missing because like it's like I spread misinformation kind of thing. And maybe like
Day one, you get your radio tower set up and immediately misinformation becomes a problem.
Yeah. But it makes sense because like one, I'm bumbling in a way, but also like I'm just so excited we finally have like the radio tower and shit. And I say maybe on that like radio whatever the fuck that new show, and it's all like yeah awesome, and I'm just gonna like introduce y'all, or I'm just gonna share a couple of like stories from here like in the island, and it's really great, and we just got the resort done and shit's gonna be like so fucking cool, and like these owl guys like helped us over here, and so maybe like the parliament didn't realize like those owl boys were here, or they're realizing they're getting like a little caught or something, and so maybe I don't know, maybe it's parliament related that somebody goes missing, like maybe it is Bobbert because we like I sold him as like too successful, and maybe they want to like I don't know, they're like clearly your resort needs some protection, wink wink, maybe something like that. Where are you? That's it. That's kind of all I really have.
Where are we?
No,
Like-
hold on.
You could have Baba go missing.
He just got his resort, so it does feel like a good cliffhanger for him. Like, oh, he's
What
so
if he, like-
happy. But,
What if he like took all the money and ran type thing?
see, but I was careless, and I don't think.
And it's ominous.
It says ominous circumstances, not that he stole all of our shit.
Yeah, so like his office is ransacked, and all his specific ties are like shat on or something. It's a bird thing, you know? Like
You
we're all
know-
birds in the.
I don't know if you know what ominous means.
I don't know. I know some scary shit.
There's
Like, when I see
literally
it.
there's
You say ominous and you mean disgusting.
yeah. It's just like
No, there's.
I
instead
never
of-
once thought ominous as poop.
Instead of shit, it's just a bunch of blood.
And feces, clearly.
And
There was a struggle, okay? Like
Somebody
feathers?
either had some really bad food or.
Are there yellow waterfowl feathers in the office as well?
Nope, they don't exist.
we
Somebody's
could,
died.
Troy, you have the power to make it so. Do it.
But
It
to
doesn't-
also to make it ominous, we don't necessarily know about like the sickness. I don't remember who brought it up, but maybe Bobbert is getting a little possessed and he goes missing, but we notice in his like ransacked office, maybe it's like him werewolf changing like
What sickness?
what the fuck, the lipening.
Lipification.
Yeah.
That's very directly a bite situation.
Okay. mean, it would be mysterious. Like, I don't. Bobber goes missing. Could be birdnapped
Where
by
Lippies?
Mafia, but yeah, Lippies are just a little. That's. I'm ready for you, Alan. Like,
Oh, no,
as
no,
much as I have.
no. Like, nope.
Lippies are a misdirection.
Mm-hmm. I am stuck on ominous. I don't. I was like,
still
birds,
think-
they're scary.
I still think that the captain being kidnapped by the not taupe would be ominous.
Just slithers out of a grate somewhere and grabs.
How did I carelessly allow that to happen?
You went to sleep and she worked late?
That or gossip. I like the gossip.
You were a
Your
little late because
Closed mic was an open mic, and you spewed information that wasn't supposed to be said.
I like that. That's easy.
you forget it's on because it's new.
No, absolutely.
You just start talking, it's your entire villainous monologue.
No,
Or
well,
treat
like,
it.
you can just have it be like one night you guys went to see Bobber and he just wasn't there, and it's like there's like no clues to it. Like you don't see a way that he got out of here, and he's just missing, and that's perfectly fine. And just like to get to keep the game moving. But yeah, so Bobber is missing,
Poor Bobber.
and that is fine. And okay, so the mine has finished. So now we have a mine to mine up the silver. That is done because we decided that we were gonna go through with these instead of. Okay, got it. And what kind of project do you want to do? Project or discovery?
Asking Sept, do we have another project idea that's not just building a second tower on the other side of the island? Otherwise, we would just build a second tower on like the northwest-ish side of like directly across. We'll see what Sept says. To bolster trade income, we could start advertising in the other, like right now it's Pastora, and collectively we haven't engaged with Pastora, right? No, that's where Reedy is.
Reedy is in Pastora.
He is there, and he is not so great. I mean, if we could bolster our relationship with Reedy directly, that would be a huge help.
So
I
kind
mean,
of like.
Yeah, if we
Salt and Sand, it
Advertising.
probably doesn't have very many water resorts.
Which is part of making us like a hot spot for people to come visit and then be known as trade.
Oh, you
Like
guys don't
the
have
center?
water. You guys don't have a resort anymore. You insane? You just took Bobbit out of the picture. You still like the thing still exists, but Bobbit's not there to run it.
Y'all.
We
Yeah, we
can
fucked
run
up.
it.
We do a hostile takeover. We have guns.
Putting
Who are you gonna put? Who are you gonna put in
He's a
Bobbit's
real
place?
estate agent. So
B
I would
plus.
have assumed that
Child soldiers.
Put B
people would have
plus.
Where's our dragon boy?
running the resort. Like I don't think he's running the resort. I think he just sold us on the resort.
Yeah, and he like developed all of the. Yeah, he's like the real estate developer, and then there are people there. I don't know who owns the resort though, because it's not just him.
It was my money, so I better have some ownership.
Oh.
Yeah, we paid for that shit. So
I mean, the diving bell people could maybe help.
They could run it, yeah.
So in that case, like advertising out that place and then our like new trading like kind of fun stuff, and you can like maybe rent one of our ships. Anyways, that communications out to Pastora and maybe inviting Pastoran people as well over, but like inviting them as tourists compared to inviting artisans over, kind of thing.
Or if you guys want to do tourism and like support it, that was part of the project earlier. You gotta first finish building the ships so that they can use them, because otherwise it's just you shuttling people back and forth.
And the railroad has to be done because that's easier. Okay.
The railroad is just specifically this place. Like for the rest of the world, rifts still exist. Nobody else is traveling by boat except for in the very like dangerous situations. But tourists aren't gonna take the danger risk unless you can promise them a safe trip, which I believe is what that one ship that we were trying to build is about.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, you're just gonna get, well, I mean, interesting situations.
No, you're absolutely right.
So
Okay.
we need to build the boats.
Right, because we built the demo boat, and now we're building like the mock-up boat, and now we're building the fleet. Are we building the fleet right now?
No, there is no project for building those boats anymore right now. They just have the demo boat. Like the security is studying Corinthian ships. The engineer is building the trains. The medic is building the hospital. The negotiation is to get the Point Barter group over and the artisans over, and the jellyfish is getting the salt and sand people over, which you guys are gonna shuttle them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is it possible to put my time, like, that doesn't make sense for communications to do that job, right? But engineering is doing the railroad, so they would not be making the ships.
We have mice.
It's a stretch to say that you're building them without engineering, but you can. It'll just be like an 8 turn instead of a 6 turn. But yeah, you can start it. I got no problems with that.
Okay, then I think that is the best solution. Thank you. And I end my turn.
I lay myself face down and end my turn.
We are going to deal to Karika 1 autumn card.
Hello. So begins the end.
Hello.
The end times are upon us.
Autumn. A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. Don't modify the project die. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes afoul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
Oh my.
Are you
The project-
cursed?
The projects that we have in the air right now, I just listed them, but I'll list them one more time. We got the hospital. We've got negotiations with the Port Barter to get some of their like trade people on. No, that's to build the. No, that was Joaquin's next one. The money one.
The
That
shipping
is-
station.
Shipping station. Yes, sorry. That is what the 2 under the money one is. The negotiation one is for the salt and sand people to come and trade their glass and work on their glass here. Then we have the railroad, and we have the fleet, and we have the studying of Corsica people's ships. And if you radically, it's like, I'm gonna make you, like, that has to be literal. Like, you have to radically change it.
So hypothetically, if they're spying on these ships, they could be caught, but then try and cover their asses somehow.
No, that's not a project. You'd have to change what the project was from beginning. Like instead of it's like, oh, the spying's not working, so we're going to destroy them, or the spying's not working, we can't get into them, so we're gonna find a different location.
Interesting.
Let's not do something that declares war on the trigger happy.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
We also don't know if they can get more ships through.
Remind me where the... Okay, so remind me where the Korthos ships are compared to where the mysterious thing at the edge of the map is.
The mysterious thing at the edge of the map is at the furthest north of the map, and you don't know where the Korzipian ships are. That is part of the studying that they are doing. They were last seen outside Parliament. So up here is where the mysterious creature has been spotted. And the last you saw the Corinthian ships was down here, but they are not there right now.
So we're searching up near there. That's not all that far from the mysterious thing at the edge of the map.
So you're saying we switched by
What
accident?
if we can't? No, I'm saying we can't find these fuckers. So we're just like, you know what? While we're up here, we're gonna go look for this other thing
Okay.
and explore that.
You're just straight up changing the scouting mission. So we are no longer after Corinthian stuff. We are after what is this creature?
I was trying to find a way to not ruin everything.
Well, you
I
could have
would've
just
been all
added
for
a
it.
scarcity.
That sounds like a way to ruin everything.
Don't be silly.
I don't know why you're like so averse to ruining everything. That just seems like so much more fun.
Just added a scarcity.
I've done that a lot.
Did Alan really say that, Lurid?
What did I say?
I think when you last time you were talking, you said Korzipian ships.
No one has said the way that nation is pronounced correct once, and I love it.
Say it.
Corinthian ships.
Yeah, I've said it
Corinthian.
perfectly.
You said Korzipian!
See?
Okay, so it's like 1 Corinthians, whatever the fuck in the Bible.
Maybe? I don't know. I didn't read the Bible. I'm a fucking Native American.
But yes, Corinthians 2:16, and thus saith the Lord, fucked Alan. Absolutely, that is what he is saying.
That's what it says.
Right.
Like, read the
So-
Bible,
In the good
guys.
book.
Like, seriously.
Right? Just read the Bible.
Just read
Jeez.
the Bible. It's all right there. It says
Like
fuck
like
Alan.
any good American,
Like any good American.
We're all American, right?
or a lot of bad ones.
Okay, so that was that.
Essentially.
And now you have I've lowered all the project things. Like 2 of them will finish next turn. 1 of them will finish. No, 3 of them will finish next turn. The rail yard, the negotiation, and the giant port.
It's nice that the rail yard's gonna be done, because then they can work with the silver.
To the back.
I need ideas.
Is there a specific goal you want to reach?
War train.
No. I mean,
We need something to defend the port.
ability. We're not fighting anyone on the island, though. What
a
do we need a war train
giant-
for?
Cannon for Korzipa, just to get her to, like, you know,
Every meeting.
just
Another
give her a
drive.
big cannon and just be like, if anyone actually shows up here, you can shoot it. And she's like, okay.
I'm
Make
not
sure it can
adverse to
turn.
that. Do we want to make a giant cannon for Corsica?
I will stop making war efforts if we get me a giant cannon.
What?
Don't think
What?
Karaka would do this.
No,
do a giant
Karaka
cannon.
would not do that. Remind me which group is doing the efforts for the red cap research?
We changed that into a hospital, so we're not currently doing the research effort.
There is no
Well,
research for red
shit.
caps happening right now.
Okay, I guess I'm going to start that. Because we
Red
need
cap
to get the red caps out of this fucking bay, but first we need to figure out how best to do that.
Yeah, that works. So I've got the clock set down
Unnet.
there. We got one card going to Joaquin.
Joaquin.
I have a solution for the apps.
We're not gonna blow them up.
No, just give Ra a scuba suit and tell him it's a competition to kill the most red caps. I guarantee you they'll be dead by the end of the week.
Alrighty. Okay.
Just
Am I supposed to
toss
read
me
this in
there.
my DM /
You said your captain voice.
Oh god, okay, here we go.
Good lord.
Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. Nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity.
Oh, either
Fertility?
COVID or something worse.
Oh god, it can't be COVID or something. That doesn't make any
I
fucking
forgot
sense.
to do my phone voice. Remind me to do that next time.
Hold on. Disease spreads throughout the community. Choose one. Quarantining and treating. I feel like I want to do a New Zealand and actually handle this. And do option 1.
Okay, what's the disease?
That is a great question. I wonder if it's related to the red caps or if... Allegedly, there are no red caps. There is no red cap problems in the middle of the atoll. Yeah, no,
Unless
why?
this is not
Well,
true.
we could always get the parasites back.
Oh god, I don't think I want parasites everywhere.
I don't think having health and fertility as a scarcity is a good thing.
How is health and fertility scarce a good thing?
That's what I mean. I think we probably shouldn't do that. I feel like we would have some idea how to fix this.
But we're quarantining.
Well, I mean, the
and
hospital's
treating.
not done yet.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like the hospital's not done yet.
I think we should probably quarantine for a week. That's I don't
This
know.
is
and
a reminder that people should have quarantined fully at the beginning of COVID, and we didn't.
Shit. Yeah. Again, I am on board with the let's do a New Zealand about this, and actually handle the problem.
All right. So no
And
dice are going to be
any
reduced this
cross
week.
talk from anyone like to contempt me for that?
No.
Oh no,
Anime announcer.
we
I
gotta.
always like scarcities, but that's fine.
We're terrified of them, Alan. Can't you tell?
I think it's funny.
I mean, medical and science can, get the word out with the new PA system that Twy has up, right?
Yeah.
Stay indoors,
Quar-
stay indoors.
Quarantining will be very easy. Like you guys, like no problem. Just nobody's working on the hospital. Nobody's working on the train. Nobody's working on anything this week.
I feel like I should have read this card in I should have called it Quadum, just like a spring. Yeah, no.
UA Utum.
Just soulless.
We're gonna have a quarantine for Quadum.
All right. So, and you can start a project if you would like, or if I discover something.
Can you remind me the current project is that the spying we're doing?
That is one of them is the getting people from Sultan Sanctuary. Sultan Sand. So I keep saying Sultan Sanctuary. That was an okay game.
Salt?
It wasn't even great, but it was
Yeah,
okay.
Salton.
And the other one is to get artisans. Like you have not started getting your group from Port Barter yet. That was the discovery you made last time you went. You discovered the group of them, but now you could start recruiting them if you would like. And that will be a 2-turn one because you already put.
Yeah,
in the work.
let's go ahead and start that. Let's see if we can recruit some trade routes. I understand nothing's gonna happen this week just because of
Yeah.
the quarantine, but
Is everybody sick?
yeah, no, it's on the docket.
Alright, so yeah. And now, yeah, that was a fairly painless turn.
See
Now let me-
how painless it can be when everyone just quarantines for 2 to 3 weeks diligently?
Right? Let's see what Krieg gets.
It's what could have been.
Oh. Be a world where that went well.
Someone sabotages
I
the project,
hate Autumn.
and the project fails as a result. Who did this, and why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community. How does the community respond?
Hang them.
Oh, what if they tried to go against the quarantine?
We do have the uppity owls.
I say we do that. Someone is caught trying to sabotage. Unless Warlord has a better suggestion. He's still here somewhere.
Our response is to hang them.
Is it literally to hang them? Like, is that...
I'm just being dramatic.
I was gonna say, Joaquin's gonna throw a contempt to anyone doing just a sudden public hanging.
Korzapo will also be against it.
We're not hanging people, so don't worry.
Korzapa's like, why don't, I am completely against this. I wanted a firing squad.
Actually, no. There's a different
Okay,
form of
I'm
punishment for
I'm
incest.
joking. I'm sorry.
It's labor.
Slave labor.
I would
Like
put a huge foot down on that one.
I mean,
We
I agree.
have the minds, but also, is that what we want to do? We also
No.
have like captain, that is already our our authority
Judge,
figure,
jury.
and then a disciplinary
so-
figure.
Which, what were they trying to do? Who was it? And how are they dealt with? There's no
I'm-
jail on this island.
Yeah. That's what we're deciding, Warlord, is who done it.
Banishment at sea.
Bobbert.
He's
Robert's
already
gone.
missing.
Yeah,
Honestly,
but we don't know
banishment at
where or
sea is
why.
not- so it's
Banishment at sea. What are we, Waterworld?
Just, just put them in a boat and be
Yeah,
like,
just
"Good luck."
shove them off. Yeah,
Good luck.
have fun.
But first, who are we shoving off is the more important question. We could do the owls who showed up because they're probably more rowdy than normal citizens and don't want to stay inside because they want to be spying on everything, so they refuse to stay inside.
That's not a project, though.
No, that
Quarantining is just a thing.
Somebody's trying to
sabotage
the efforts, not a project. That was just the effort. So it does make sense. The effort of the group was to keep everybody from being getting sick. And that was a card. That was an action, an effort to keep people healthy.
Because we want to keep everybody healthy. These owls want to be outside spying on people, so they're not agreeing with the effort.
Yeah, and that works for me because otherwise they would get the rest of the town sick. I would say they broke quarantine and some people kept getting sick because of it. The sickness lasted longer. I'm not gonna say that the project dice don't reduce because most people were taking it seriously. But I will say there are some mice that are sick still or have gotten sick because of it. Or in some of the otter families are also getting sick.
Any
Sicker
fatalities?
because I wouldn't say any fatalities because the quarantine was successful. If we had a scarcity of health or that people would be dying, but nobody's actually dying right now. But they are sick. Whatever the disease is, if it's that, yeah, whatever it is, we have sick people.
Then how we respond by putting them all in a boat and sending them out to sea?
You
Or
could definitely do that. You got normal wooden ships, not just your fancy ones.
However, with all the rifts, that's basically a death sentence.
right, we don't necessarily want to kill people because they are staying outside when they're not supposed to.
Well, how'd they get here first? Do they have their own transport?
They must have used ships to get here. They must have yeah. They definitely sailed here.
Can we just send them back on their own ships then? So they
Yeah,
can...
it was a dangerous path to get here, but they got here, so maybe they'll get home.
Just do like a mod ban to them.
I'll be okay with that. Just send them back on their ship and be like, hey, you guys screwed up. You're going to leave now.
Yeah, is that the final thing? Did you just ship the owls back?
Yes, that is my final decision.
Alright, owls are back on. There are no more owls in the town. They are gone. The artisans show up from Salt and Sand, and they are here to work on glass and other type materials. So you guys, I'm gonna give you an abundance of craftsmen, and you also have a port. I'm gonna get rid of your scarcity of trust because you've done enough things with other cultures to.
We different now.
I'm sorry that craftsman is a gendered term. I can't help it.
Craft people.
Craftsmaster.
We were using artisans? Is that the same as a craftsman in this way?
Yes.
I feel like artisans are more arting and less building, but that's just...
I got craftspeople. Alright, so we got ships, transportation.
You just have to go with the model that Firefighter has set forth. So there's like Firefighter, Post Fighter,
Crafts fighter.
Trades Fighter. Yeah, no, if there we go.
Shit.
Someone say firefighter, I could talk for 2 hours.
Right.
It's just
that
me
one
fucking
software.
starting
I'm
fights at
reminded of-
Joanne's Fabrics.
I'm reminded of the firefighter group from the first time we did this, where they made people pay money so that their house wouldn't burn down.
That was
Yeah.
that was a weird direction that game
Oh
went.
no, that's very Ayn Randian. I don't like it.
We do have the train is now set to go too. So train set, the ships being that are being built continue to be being built despite the slowdown because of the quarantining.
To my shipping corporation.
The scouts who were originally supposed to scout out the ships did not, and they are continuing to search for whatever rumored monster is going on. That is happening. And yeah, what kind of project are we looking at, Creek?
Did my shipping corporation finish?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have that's what raised the trust.
Yes.
Because now people are like, no matter how much they might not trust you, they can now look and be like, maybe, like if they have the means of like safely transporting, then. So like in 7 turns or in 6 turns, when you guys get those boats done, people are gonna want to start using your transportation.
I want to kind of set up some taxes, like we were talking about earlier, with some things. Well, like, hey, we're getting all the groundwork in. Do you want in on this? If you do,
Yeah.
you need to pay us.
Yeah, we don't need to like actually figure out the tax thing, but
Yeah.
if this finishes, then we will have a dedicated tax thing to continue to make the Lockstitch money or whatever
We'll
we
have a
call this
revenue
place.
system.
Clit.
That is my project.
Excellent. So I've got that
Excuse
set
me,
up.
it's kilt.
I'm pretty sure it was clit.
Click.
It's kilt. Or silt, if you pronounce the C as a S.
Clit.
Like in the
See.
native tongue, silt. Yeah, silts. Yeah, that makes sense.
But also, if you
It's
spell it the way that Alan is
CILT.
spelling it, but you pronounce it with a soft C, then it's just slit, which is also just fucking wrong.
Slit. Slit actually makes me feel way dirtier.
I like that a lot.
Why? Why does slit make me like?
Please.
Oh, I don't like that.
Like God, why does the vagina have all the worst words associated with it?
Oh man.
That's how you keep them down.
Vagina itself is not a great word, but like
No, it just gets worse
I
all
mean,
the way down.
Neither is penis.
No, we don't.
penis
we
is
don't-
perfectly. Every word you
casually
use to
say
say dick is funny.
That's very
Richard?
funny.
There is not a single word that anyone has ever referred to a penis as that has not made me laugh at one point in time.
Or
Mm.
cock.
Calling
Sausage.
Everybody just cack. Like I can't.
cock,
It just.
hog, dick,
Hog
fucking.
always.
It's
So
all
we're
funny.
the
Alright,
Click
well-
Slit shipping company.
Meanwhile, we have such fun words as clam, taco.
It just
See, it just
Yeah.
makes me uncomfortable.
The,
Maybe
But not
your
like-
vagina just makes me uncomfortable. I'm not sure.
Womanhood.
the one I hate the most. Yeah.
That one gets me.
She's flowering. It's just like
Oh,
fucking gross, man.
I really
Alright,
like
anyway,
some of the
here's your card,
aggressive
Lord.
names, to be honest. That would make me feel better.
I
I'm
gave
down
Lord
for
a card.
slit. I think that's good.
Oh, I
Going around.
think this is it. It's the king.
It's the King of Autumn, so it's not the. It's King of Winter is what we're scared of.
Oh, okay. And
There we go. Oh, this is fun.
a natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. You focus on getting everyone to safety. Remove an abundance and a project fails.
Oh god.
You focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result.
Oh no.
Wait, not the mice.
Actually, I was considering them.
No, they're
They make
useful.
my guns.
Well,
Everyone to safety. Remove an abundance
Any
and
other
a
medical
project
officers?
fails.
know
What
what
project would fail?
Art's saying option 2. I just need you to make
What?
sure we know.
what abundance
Oh, got
do we
you.
have?
Thanks. Option 2.
I would not mind our searching for the mysterious thing to fall through.
Abundances are listed on the top left.
So
by the way.
let's
you can
let's
barely
first
see 'em,
decide what
but-
natural disaster we want to come
Oh.
through.
Giant
Is it
sea
a wave of red caps? Is it a tsunami, an earthquake?
The easiest one would be to say tsunami because so much water.
Does the tentacle rift monster count as a natural disaster?
The
Does
tentacle rift
someone in the
monster is inconvenienced
Allegedly.
at this time.
it says natural disaster? Does a fire count as natural disaster?
Fire would
Mhm.
count, like the Great
Okay.
Chicago
Firefighter.
Fire.
I'm a firefighter. Yes.
Maybe like a fire in the mines is a thing as well. You hit like
I was thinking like,
gas
is
leak.
the workshops done? The gun workshops, are they finished?
Yeah, like the
Okay, so they're no longer a project.
nope.
I
Okay.
suggest
The project-
the red cap breeding season, and so
I will-
red cap causes a tsunami.
I can go through the projects right now. So the hospital will finish this turn. After you're done with this card, the hospital finishes unless you decide to end the hospital.
Sorry, I'm biased.
No, I was gonna I completely agree. Then the taxes are the one at the 4. Then we have the ships being built. They're the one at the 6. The ships searching for whatever the mysterious creature is at the 4. And then the researching the red caps is at 5.
Hmm. I think we're gonna have to shore up our defenses and I'm choosing the second one, but I still need to think of what the disaster was.
You're choosing that people die.
Red caps. Red caps. Like course of
Red
action.
caps are
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
mean
die.
those we have left those red caps alone for to their own devices. I think there's gonna be some up.
Them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stumble upon our settlement as a result. So yeah, minor red cap invasion, and we had to call to arms. I guess it's like a kind of a civilian militia, but unsanctioned. Like everyone just has to protect their own assets.
All climbing out of quarantine.
No. They stay in their houses. Rooftop Korean mode.
I did just set a precedent that the mice and the mice are all sick because of the owls, so they cannot fight back.
Wait.
I
they
don't
make
know,
my
only-
guns.
only some of the mice though, like not all the mice.
I mean, it
Right?
says several people, not an entire group of people.
There are exactly 12 mice.
How many otters?
They're like 3 families. I think I said 3 dozen.
Alan, are you trying
Yep.
to tell me that over the period of a year, mice did not reproduce?
That's extremely
I-
valid.
Oof.
But
I'm letting
also,
you know.
What about whoever was staying at that fucking resort?
Nobody's
Oh.
at the resort.
We don't
Why?
have ships to bring them over.
How did they get there?
We don't. Other people sail.
Magic.
We have not said anybody's there.
I didn't advertise that it's open
All right.
for like
Get the
people to come
teleportation
because we
ready.
were making ships instead to be able to shuttle them.
I think there's going to be a red cap incursion, and some of the frontline fighters are the ones who die.
Who were the frontline fighter?
You know that we're the frontline fighters.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I know.
you guys.
So
are,
a couple of
All
pick
right.
your
know,
characters.
I'll
Which
die.
characters you killing?
All right.
the,
Here, let me get you the character
are
manifest.
the PCs the only people who are part of the Lockstitch?
Yeah. Yes, they are.
He's literally gonna kill half the crew.
I feel like killing.
Several.
So
player
there are no like
character-
off-screen crew members, is what you're saying.
There are no non-player character crew members.
Well,
Oh,
except for the
hold up,
3
we
that
have-
the captain.
What about the wrestling chick?
Yeah, like any of the NPCs, like Honey Banks is there with you because she's part of the crew. You also have Lloyd, who is a but those are both those are extensions of Nika's character. She used an ability on them.
Would
I
they
think a
be
couple-
where the
okay,
civilians
then.
are?
I'm not going to kill off anyone's character in that case. So then I think a couple otters and a couple mice are dead as a result.
No, my
That's fine.
gunsmiths.
Not all of them. Not all the mice. A couple mice.
So there's
You
10
guys
mice.
see in this attack, like they come in, you guys push them back just fine, but like there are multiple casualties. We can say that there were some people at the resort if we want to, if you guys want to do that. That some did come visit the resort, and a couple there have died too to lessen the blow on the mice people. If you'd
Can we
like to.
say? Can we make sure to not declare them dead on the resort, since it is like
Oh
one
no,
of the happiest places on the world?
that would be there is the negative thing to that.
Mm.
Like they will know. Everybody's gonna know anyway that this happens here. That
I'd
this
like to,
happened. It's not. Yeah.
Kill the mice.
I'm killing my adorable weaponsmiths.
I'll help.
Kill them.
I'm fine if the resort gets left alone.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, some mice die, some otters die. Not a ton. We didn't like destroy the entire place. And also, it hasn't been a full year yet. It's only autumn, and I don't know how fast mice breed. Not like I know how fast little mice breed. These are not little mice. These are big.
These are normal sized mice, so medium.
These are people. These are
See,
people.
Been
man,
size.
how many months though? Like 5 months?
Well, at least 4.
Someone has to at least be
seasons.
pregnant.
Oh my god. Female
But,
mouse can birth between 5 to 10 litters a year.
Yeah, but that's
a lot.
actual
Okay.
mice. These are not. These are mouse kin.
Mouse people.
adjacent.
I
so
feel
what-
like
this is
they
also
would
Magic
probably
World.
at least have a shorter gestation period than an average human.
So are we saying 6 months instead of 9, or 3 months?
Well, regardless, we'll kill the ones that are pregnant. How about that? There you go. You made them pregnant. Now they're dead.
I hope.
They're dead because of you.
Like they send out all their females only, and now they're just female-less.
Add another dozen to your fucking kill card. Is that what you want, Karika? Is that what you want?
Karika's
You just
gonna-
want their blood on your squiggly hands.
I mean, they're hand-ish.
On your appendages.
All over your
I don't-
shell is the blood of these
Really?
innocent
Alright,
mice.
so technically,
Good moisturizer.
almost the entirety of Karika's body is just a foot.
You got blood on your toes.
Bloody foot.
It's really not better.
Is that what you want? Anyway, so in this attack, you see one of the red caps has killed multiple, and it's huge. Like it has gone to Goliath size. It's like it has drained like 3 mice and 2 otter people by itself. And it just, when people are fighting back against it, you push it back enough that it gets away. But since you didn't choose the first option, it gets away. And now in the water is the largest non-queen redcap that you've ever seen.
Roy's about to have a JoJo moment.
It's like 30 feet tall.
Wish we had that cannon now.
Too bad there's no snipe cards. Or like,
You're approaching me.
So who's next? Whose turn?
It's still mine.
Apparently, B is going to vampire the corpses.
Pretty sure all of the mice are gonna leave if you do that.
Don't fucking do that, B.
In public. Don't do that in public.
I'm just gonna re-add a scarcity of trust, but this is from the inside.
Just can't suck up people like that, B.
Well, she said she would like to, not that she has yet.
Right. No, I didn't actually add it. So the hospital is finished. Good news. Everybody that was hurt in the attack that didn't immediately die.
Can now receive healthcare.
Socialized healthcare.
Affordable healthcare.
Has a question.
Just like your Renfos has.
She has a fire card, but don't know if I could play that.
Which card?
She just said fire card, so I'm not sure.
They're like lit.
Either.
This card is hot.
Bro, this card is so lit. Oh, I'm about to drop it from Stream Loots.
I love that energy so much. It's so good. Top notch.
Alright, and I'd like to once again enlist the aid of the spies, diplomats, to continue the hunt for Vatna, and go about that by, I think the spies have become so adept at tracking, becoming able to track the woman, the singer who makes all the purchases, that they're able to discover the trends between like repeat customers and
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
You're studying her clientele.
Yeah.
Study woman's clients for future interrogation. Gotcha. Yeah, that works perfectly for me. Where did my Discord go again?
Okay, Taylor said it was a bombard card, was the one he was asking about earlier.
Yeah, you can use the bombard card if you can find a moment that it makes sense. In that situation, because the card specifically said you had to do one or the other, and it wasn't like a fighting situation, you could play a bombard and say that you saved a couple of them, or say that you wounded the big beast, and that would be fine. But it's not gonna like just completely prevent it.
You need a reason to do it, not just magic happened.
Alright, so Royce gets a card now.
Boy.
What you got?
So which project does that fall under?
Oh, I put it under navigation for you.
Cool, thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Autumn. The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and finds something that had been previously overlooked.
We did just have a massive red cap invasion. Figuring out red caps would be helpful. But also the ships would be helpful.
The ships would be helpful, and then we can get started on another project.
I don't know how many turns the ships versus the red caps are, but the red caps research did just like start.
I have 4, y'all have 5, so
Yeah, the red caps research was a 6 o'clock, and the boats was an 8 o'clock because you weren't an engineer when you started it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it would make sense if engineering has decided to help you for the ships to be done.
Ah.
faster.
Honestly, yeah, engineering finishing the engineering one is the one that makes the most sense, unless you
true.
went with
Well,
something
I'm
previously.
selfish, so I'd like to finish the boats first.
Boats are done. So,
Engineering pulls some all-nighters here.
how many boats do we consider a fleet? Nika, do you have any? Like, because I know you wanted this one to start.
Isn't that like an actual number?
Yeah, I'm definitely not thinking like hundreds of ships, but like
A battle group is apparently 4 to 10 ships.
I was thinking a dozen, so like
Baker's
How
dozen?
big? How big are we thinking about these ships?
not.
And these are not submarines.
they're
correct?
not huge, but also not tiny.
Like
So
12
we have a
would be decent.
submarine, we have a flying
Like a
ship.
frigate.
Like a ferry?
Yeah, I think ferry size would be kind of alright. Not
Like
a
a
ferry that has
Washington
like a
ferry?
mall on it, but you know.
Yeah.
We want a ferry that had them all on it. It was crazy.
Something that's big enough to carry goods, which is something that we want, without
And also
being like
people.
massive. Yeah.
All right, so I think I got a good thing in mind, and now we have the treating, we have the location to do it, we have the means to do it. These ships will not be sucked into rifts. They are just immune from rifts. We don't have rift traveling technology on these ships, but they have rift avoiding technology.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, no, Twi, I love that picture. I love that 1000% that thing. That feels
Rip-
great.
With rift avoiding tech. That's cool. Job well done, engineering.
Oh no, we're just that good.
So that's that. And what project would you like to do? No other project finishes this turn, but they do get turned down. So this one goes from 5 to 4.
How many ships was that?
Oh, that's gone.
We picked a dozen, I
12,
think.
yeah. I think just a
Ah,
solid dozen.
Baker's dozen, because the mock-up ship. Haha, it's still big. Nice.
A builder's dozen.
I think that's so fucking funny. God damn it. I have to mute.
So
Projects, huh? Hmm.
I'm gonna delete this one real quick.
Or you could discover something if you don't want to build anything.
What would be good to build?
We haven't really done anything about food. If
We
you're
have
looking for
not
something.
done anything about food, but the trade is something you can do about food.
Well, here's an idea.
We just
We're
got
surrounded
ships.
by
Can we
water,
have
yeah?
planes?
Dirigibles, not planes.
Is it possible to set up some sort of fishing?
We still have to get the red caps out of the water, which is
Well,
why I'm
you can
trying to
fish out
finish
here.
the red cap project.
Yeah, but that's like the center
No,
of that.
we can't fish out there because we kind of used. Didn't we take the red caps further out to get capture some red caps or some shit in the last session?
Red caps are everywhere.
Didn't we also find Corinthian sea mines out there at one point? Or was that
We
just a
did?
one-off?
Yeah, it was just a one-off because I was already
Okay.
running.
All right, so fishing. Yeah, no, can't do that. What can we build to start taking out red caps?
Well, I'm trying to come up with a way, like a coagulant, a coagulant or a decoagulant that would be able to just fuck them up.
But is that killing them or is that just freezing them? So to say?
Fucking them up seems pretty self-explanatory to me. But...
Like, they're full of blood. Therefore, if the blood cannot coagulate, or if it coagulates too much, then they're
Black
I don't
can't
know
move.
much.
I understand where you're going with this. I would just like to express the fact that they just hold the blood in a giant sack. Not that it, like...
But
Yeah.
that's how they get bigger, is it not?
It is how they get bigger. They tack on mass. But you don't 100%... Well, I'll tell you once this thing finishes.
Clackle
Well,
suggests.
what
we
if it
go-
only affected
Yeah.
their blood?
I was
Like, they're
gonna probably
specific-
go with Clackle's suggestion.
They
in
don't
chat,
have blood, they still
What's
blood.
Clackle's suggestion here?
to start building,
a
greenhouse. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that works. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6 turn on that one. Just like some...
Plus,
what do
we've
they
got
call it?
people with cards who can shoot them if we need them to.
What do they call it that aren't... inside, like, botany? What do you call that?
Botany.
No, when people, like, build the towers that are, like, farms.
Atriums? Something like that?
That's some weird name. Nah, I'll think of it later.
Arboreal or something?
Is it the one room in the fucking Clue game? Starts with a C.
Conservatory?
Conservatory?
No, it's
Ah.
not conservative. I'll think of it. Hydroponic.
Solarium.
Ooh, that word.
Hydroponics.
Hydroponics. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing some hydroponics here. All right.
I got it. I got that. Don't worry.
I was like,
Guy will
VB, how garden weed? Hydroponics? And I was like, yes.
Wait, hold up. Before you do that, did you not have plans for the silver mine?
Well, I don't have any plans for it yet, other than that we're just mining silver.
You said
Sorry.
something about using the heat and the silver and something. I don't remember what it was.
Are we able to generate heat using the silver?
You could definitely try. We could we could set that as the thing that you're trying for. And then as long as it doesn't get interrupted, then yeah, it should work.
So many ideas I want to do with that.
Oh.
I think our concern now is I want to be more readily good with food.
Okay,
We
that
don't
works.
have a
That's
whole
fine.
lot.
I just wanted to make sure you did not forget that was a thing.
That'll be the next thing I look at.
That makes sense. If you get another turn.
Yeah, maybe. I'll probably die.
You might. Talon, you're up. Let me deal you your autumn card.
Still got winter, right?
Still got winter, but winter ends as soon as you draw the king, and it can literally be the first card in winter. And since this one's already run a little long, as soon as it comes up, it's it.
Womp.
Sent it to Corsipa.
We get to hear his voice again.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's
I
Bobbert!
He's seen things, man.
He's
Or
returned
does he
to his
return, or
body.
is he the body we find?
Which option is Bob?
I'm gonna be doing a separate voice this time.
Excellent.
Which is
Give me a minute.
called.
Now then, someone returns to the community. Who?
Ah!
Where were they?
Too loud! Too loud!
The sound was very crackly. Please don't.
Never mind. Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? Or you find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened?
Well, what happened?
Did I have someone from Demolitions who I ignored completely?
Vanek.
Because I feel like I did.
Vanek, yeah.
is your person.
Venex, what do you think? I ignored you earlier. What do you think?
Don't take it
'Cause I got-
personally, though. He ignores lots of people.
I know, like, I keep hearing like this weird like voice in the back of my head. I don't know who it is.
Sorry.
Parliament could return.
Bobbert just shows up.
Where was he?
What did he see? What do you
Did he
know?
go-
I don't know why. I just picture Bobbert showing up, and one of his ties is just like a literal gold tie, just a solid piece of metal hanging from his neck.
Became a land baron somewhere.
It's my only idea, and I really like it.
Yeah, like, did he?
But where was he?
Or Bobbert washes up on the shore.
Wearing a gold tie as well, yes.
Went and got drip, huh?
Oh, two
Wait,
very different
actually-
timelines.
I actually really like the idea.
Yeah, Van Neck says spreading the word of the resort and got sidetracked.
Gold tie.
Gold tie.
A
But that part is
sidetrack.
self-explanatory.
Took a wild bender trying to spread it and then ended up back here.
So what ended up being the ominous conditions that he disappeared?
His office was like hella trashed with like blood and shit everywhere.
Literal blood and shit.
yeah, hella spooky.
What? Like,
Nothing
who's
is
shit?
spookier
Robert
than
shit
blood
or
and shit.
Oh yeah, no,
Is it
white
Bobber's
crusting bird shit everywhere. But like
What color
like,
is
hand
the shit have a
marks.
flamingo then?
No,
Yeah,
but like,
okay.
it turns out that it wasn't blood and shit. It was just red ink and
It was tomato sauce. He had gotten that
Yeah.
contraband.
It was just the ingredients from Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Doing drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely doing drugs.
Comes back with like a Florida shirt too.
Okay, so where was he?
Spreading the word of his fantastic resort after a terrible night, after eating something absolutely terrible that gave him terrible food poisoning. He went left, spread the word, and came back with bling.
Yeah, when you say spread the word, I pictured this hot spring becoming a religion.
Oh no, no.
Wait.
You
Art
can't.
said, what if it was just Bee playing a prank and she scared the bird poop out of him and the blood was just Bee?
I also like that idea.
She came to get her money for the resort. Scared the crap out of him when he ran.
I actually really like that idea.
She was just there to discuss a business venture. She wasn't even trying to scare him.
I mean, yeah, her.
Let's go with that. That B plus scared the ever living shit out of him.
So Bobbert's back,
Welcome back, Bobbert.
Hi,
Or
Barbara.
that or I kill him.
and Toast, your taxes are done. You don't have to explain your taxes, but do people view them fairly? Are they?
I would say they're fairly, but they might be a little in our favor instead of theirs, but not like by a huge margin or anything, just by a little bit.
Yeah, that works for me. And
Corruption.
Just a little bit, though, not a lot.
they've discovered the creature to the north. Is it a creature? What is it? Caracat?
So, remind me, this plane is flat, correct?
Yeah.
Something came from underneath.
Ooh. What would come from underneath?
I am halfway thinking that it might somehow be a giant turtle with an island on its back. Because
Ooh.
there's
like a
always
Zartan?
giant turtles with an island on their back.
Oh, so it's like another like small continent? Is that what you're thinking?
Kinda, yeah.
Continent
Okay.
turtle.
But, like, they just crawled up from the underside and no one fucking knew it was there.
Can we name him Bob?
No.
Like, when I say it's a turtle, like, it's got different claw things because it's been having to hang upside down.
So what kind of turtle has claws?
Monkey turtle.
So, like, these people are used to the world being upside down, probably. Their houses are upside down.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So taxes, that we got 2 more turns on the science, 4 more turns on the. That's Rupert. All right,
Which
so
means there might be more stuff on the underside of our plane.
Talon, it's your turn to come up with a plan, or like you can build something or discover something.
I assume I can't just start another recon mission to do Krenfo stuff.
You can try it. It's going to take another 6 turns, but yeah, you can do it.
I want to know what they're doing, but I feel like it's a waste at this point.
That one, well, it didn't fail. It got radically changed.
And we found
Yeah.
an entire. I mean, you don't want to explore the new city?
The giant turtle?
Do you
Oh,
want
wait.
do you want Corsica leading that mission?
No.
There's your answer.
Immediately. I start an international incident. I killed their leader.
I mean, theoretically, the security department can do it without you going.
Who are you gonna put in charge, Ra? He'll do the same thing, but with wrestling.
We'll have Clackles do it.
Oh. Clackles isn't security, he's
Yeah,
engineering.
Clackles is an engineer.
Sorry, Clackles.
Everybody thinks Clackles is security. I thought Clackles was security, but they're wrong.
It's because Clackles the person has the personality of someone that would be in security.
Or do I want to make us a gun system to protect the harbor?
You can make your giant cannon. It is your turn.
No, I want to get that recon done because I don't trust my own people.
So here we go. Oop.
It's very bad if they start shooting.
I don't know what's happening right here.
Because those ships are like twice the size of our universe's battleships.
There we go. Okay.
Those things are scary.
So we got
So
another
you're going away instead of protecting us to just see what's going on?
Well, he doesn't do anything himself. He
Wait.
has minions for that.
Actually, no. She actually brings up a good point. No, I
Okay.
will build the gun instead, if I can change that. Because it's more in character for Korsapud to build the gun.
It doesn't even have to just be a gun, it can be
A giant
turrets
gun.
or something.
It'll probably be like
It's what my
variety.
character would do.
It
Hey,
is
running.
actually. Like a series of like 88mm size guns, kind of like sprinkled throughout the harbor instead of one super gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's sensible.
Cats!
Got
No, I want the super gun. I will get it one day.
This is the best
Twy.
movie ever.
Here comes your card before. This is the last card before winter. Where is? Deal the card.
Cat.
The what?
The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community and for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through the local terrain. How many are there and what weapons do they carry?
God, the Catholics have come.
I
I'm gonna
feel
give a
like this
second.
world's equivalent
think
of the parish would be those hole worshippers.
I was thinking that exact same thing.
Ooh, like the merchant hole worshippers?
The
Yeah.
Parish of the Hot Springs.
They're like, hey, we heard about your tentacled monster hole.
But then we just lead
That's
them to
just
the hot
Japanese,
springs.
though.
And we're like, hey, these hot springs, totally just like that. But like, then we just keep all the cool shit they throw into the hot springs. Because there's like giant like nets and magnets and shit on the bottom now. Keep all the stuff. That was my idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Why have they chosen us? Because they heard the hot springs was like a really dope place. They, from my understanding, they were a group of, they themselves were not a group, but they were like a bunch of nomadic merchants who then every couple
they
of
are-
years or so.
They aren't merchants at all. Like where they worship is a spot where all the merchants converge,
Okay.
but they are not merchants.
They were
they-
always
They're
there.
religious.
Yeah, they are.
Praying to it?
They throw items into that hole. So if they're and just for the record, if they're coming here, they're here to gather magical things and take it to that hole. They
Mm.
I accept like your idea, like, oh, they'll throw it in there and they can steal it. Like that's cool and all, but this is not the hole that they find holy.
Mhm.
If anything at all,
Holy.
this one, the big one would be the source that they would throw things into, not
Which
your
makes
hot
sense
springs.
because it's like a portal as well, right? So then we can just have them live in the resort, or
We could sell whole merchandise.
I
You know,
don't
it's
know how.
beautiful.
Like they're not gonna pay you is the problem.
yeah, no. But
They're
Bobbert,
gonna
as a
live
real
like a
estate boy,
monastery.
can keep them, build a church with them, kind of thing
They-
here.
They already know Bobbert
Of course they do.
because Bobbert's from that spot.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay.
And I am willing to bet, because my one shot based on Bobbert has these guys not liking Bobbert. We haven't played that game, but they do not like Bobbert.
So, if
But
they
you
don't
can-
like Bobbert and they don't really want to be, if they don't particularly want to interact with us from the sound of it, why not have them be directly across the bay from the entrance?
Oh,
Like, they could have their little monastery thingy.
They wouldn't need a monastery thingy. Like, they have their holy site. They're like, they would be coming here because they heard tale of more shit to bring back and throw in their pit.
I mean, or they could have heard tale that we came through a massive fucking hole in the middle that had
Mhm.
tentacles chasing us.
There's
then-
that.
So then not connected to Bobbert. Yeah, like, so maybe not putting them where the hot springs are, but putting them, I don't know where the hot springs went. Was
The
that
hot springs are down
are
by
to
the diving
Yeah,
bell.
west of the
I was
diving
using
bell.
Bobbert as a thing, but then when you said he went missing, I got rid of him.
What, this guy? Hot springs. So maybe we should put them in the lake. In the northwest corner? Like closer to the gate kind of thing? Is that what you were suggesting?
I mean, I was saying opposite the gate, but if that is your like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
just trying to
Yeah.
make sure we have room to grow, assuming that more people are coming.
Railway that goes all the way around the island.
Yeah,
Yes,
we brought hot
Lilo,
springs here.
there are indeed hot springs. Once again, it seems to be the running theme amongst our Quiet Year games.
Always building right hot springs regardless of the game.
I mean, 2 out of 2 is pretty good odds.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense if they're going to come here and they're going to worship. And now we just basically have more civilians and the island, but those in particular are religious. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to you?
And what project or anything? Next turn, if nothing goes wrong, the science project finishes.
Please, nothing go wrong.
Nothing go wrong. Nothing go wrong.
So do you want to discover something or do you want to build something?
We are
We
getting
have-
towards the end,
Mm-hmm.
so building takes longer depending on what you try build.
Well, you could discover anything, technically,
Yeah.
as long as you can explain it.
Yeah, as long as you can explain it.
Okay, so discovery might work better at this time. What kind of like the technology of like making the speaker boom, like the big speaker trap kind of thing. We only have one tower, so it would have to be like
Discover places
charged.
for it?
Did you say places?
Yeah, I mean,
Discovering
they don't
tech-
hate us anymore.
Like, yeah, you could like discover a perfect spot for it, but like discovering the technology, that's a project. Because
Mm-hmm.
What if you discover places that in the future we are able to build towers? It wouldn't necessarily have happened within the year, but it could be a future thing to do, like the one that we already built over where Bobbert first encountered us.
Yes, the lawyer dragon.
That would be like
Zombie,
Like-
if you break the future project, you and I, or the science project, you and I are going to have problems.
I'll oversee
yes,
the rest
you
of them.
zombie. If you have a break something card, you can definitely play it and tell us what you break.
Zombie.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would ruin the project, but I would tack on more time to it.
Yeah,
Erica
be
would
nice.
hate you for it.
Like, it would be an excellent troll, but not just
Karaka
a-
would
I
not
feel like
hate
that's all
you
it would
because
be.
Karaka doesn't know. I personally would be very frustrated with you.
Why? You can put it anywhere. Like, you can discover
Yeah, you
something
can put
anywhere.
it anywhere if you want.
I feel like that aspect of speaking to Sept, discover locations that resonate frequencies that help with the propagation of booms. I think inherent, like magically, internally as like Siren, I would already feel that kind of thing. Like, oh, I'm feeling the energy of like this rock. Like, I feel like that would already be there. So I don't necessarily want to discover my own magic. Is that
That makes
You
sense.
don't have magic here.
true? But I do still like
Remember things.
understand. Like, I feel like I just want to set up the second tower, and by the time we get there, by the end of the
They could-
game, it'd be there.
If the game ends and the projects are not done, they are all considered failures. Everyone
true.
that does not finish by the end of the game is a failure. Is a failed project. Because the way the Quiet Year works is I think it's called the Frost Kings show up. But that's not going to be what happens here because we don't have anything called the Frost Kings.
Can I shoot
But-
the Frost King?
No.
It doesn't exist.
Maybe if you
Just
had a
like you
huge cannon,
started.
but we didn't make one of those, unfortunately.
We made many small ones.
No, you have 5 turns before you've made any small ones.
Can we
Alright.
discover just like a new type of crystal I have personally never seen before down in the silver mines?
Yeah, you could say that. That's fine.
That
Oh,
seems
yes.
chill.
You went
The
deep
Arkan
digging
Stone.
far enough and found an amethyst.
Yeah. I'm sorry, say that again.
Just like Minecraft.
You dug down deep enough and found an amethyst.
So
But yeah.
we are back
Tiny
to
crystals.
Karaka. Here
Yeah, what
comes.
if it's like crystallized silver?
As long as it's not. the
It
king.
would be my luck to get the king
No,
and
no.
fail us all right before I figure out these fucking red caps.
Positive vibes. Positive.
Guys,
Is it the king?
guys.
I hate you.
Are you serious?
Wow. That's
I
great.
actually hate this.
Wow.
The whole
I-
season.
Well,
Normally if we were playing this, I would have been like, just fucking like reshuffle it in. But this game already ran about an hour long, so I'm gonna keep
Guys, I am cursed.
what if I make it a triumph to
Genuinely.
finish something?
Great. No, I can't.
If anyone questions whether or not I am cursed,
Oh no.
this is your answer.
We don't know. We don't know where Vatna went. We don't have any guns. And
we
we
didn't
don't
finish
know.
the red
anything.
cap research.
So Hugh's actually, like, the water starts to get super cold. Like there's a cold breeze coming out of the rift under the thing, and you're in like a semi-tropical place right now, but it's getting colder than it's ever been. Like with that giant rift, even just slightly open,
warming for the life of us.
this world is experiencing weather that it's never experienced before. It is fully experiencing the seasons, which this world never had before. There's not ice in this world. If you look at the map, there nowhere is a cold place. But now there are. And the next game we play is going to be in the cold. Because like the cold is coming so strongly out of this particular place. You guys got hot springs. Good, glad to hear it. But you haven't like used the thermal technology the way that he wanted to. That's really funny.
I'm upset.
I can't believe I called myself. I figured it out before it even happened.
All right, so what we do know. Let me check my notes.
I have clipped it. I'm waiting for it to finish loading.
Okay, so you guys have a you have trading fleet going on. It's great. Like money will be pouring in due to the taxes that you make.
Yes.
You also have set the grounds between the captain and Krieg have set the grounds for planar trade as well. Being able to go.
Oh yes, the Clinton Slit Trading Company.
Yes, the Clinton Slit Trading Company. Well, Pastora Reedy.
It's the
still,
slit and slit.
Well, Reedy still has like his doubts about you guys. Peanut is at your base, and nobody talked to him. But we'll get back to that later.
In theory, we could have spoken with him. We just,
It didn't seem like a project or discovery or anything.
Yeah, it just seemed like a discussion, and I couldn't remember the rules on discussion. So.
Yeah, discussion is a weird one, so I left it out of this one. Peanut never talks back now, really.
How did we figure out that he's been framed?
We haven't yet, because that was never discussed.
It just said that he was in distress, and why was he in distress, and so that would have been what he said to us when he arrived.
He does actually talk. If you give it a chance. He talked to Krieg before.
Mm-hmm.
He said good chat.
Yeah,
That's true.
Talk.
Wait, did he actually speak? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, he can talk. He's always been able to
can
talk.
talk.
He's constantly
During my
interrupted.
medical visit, he came up to me and we talked, and I didn't interrupt him, so he had the chance to talk.
I thought he just... Okay, never mind.
No, he can
I
talk.
thought mechanically we had to interrupt him.
Yeah,
That's what I'm confused by. I thought we always had to interrupt him, and we would always be right whatever we said.
He's not a dick. He's not going to interrupt people. That's just rude.
But the flash freezing that happened is what has canceled everything that you were working on right now. That is why
Did the flash freeze kill the red caps?
you don't know. You haven't gone under there and looked.
Our research
Again,
never was
all we
finished.
had
And
to do was send
let's-
Raw down there.
Let's we'll just do one quick little Google search. How cold can tardigrades survive?
Oh god.
I mean, they survive in space.
Yeah, so,
Mhm.
they're good.
Minus 200 degrees Celsius. They can
That
keep
seems
kicking.
That's kind of cold, right?
Okay, but what temperature does blood freeze for B+, but also, if the
Don't die,
blood
B.
inside these red caps freezes, would it not rip their heads off?
Blood freezes at almost close to regular freezing. It's a little bit colder.
But you are assuming that the blood in them can freeze inside their skin, which cannot get cold.
That makes perfect sense.
I'm still mad that I fucking called it. I knew I was.
It's very funny.
I do
It's
appreciate
very,
comedic
very funny.
timing.
It's one of those wouldn't it be funny if, and then it does, and
let-
you're just like,
And then we hate
fuck.
you for it, and then we...
Let's see what the next card would have been. We got the 6 of Winter. Side settlement. Okay. A project revolving outside of the settlement would have failed. All remaining projects would... Oh, you would have completed all of the other projects. The only one that would have failed... you would have finished...
been nice.
You would have finished all of... No, wait. No, the Vatno one would have failed, and the scouting one would have failed. But...
There would be no guns, but there would have been.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. It's not scouting. You were looking for guns. So, yeah, you would've
Making 88 millimeter. Guns.
You would have gotten close. Yeah, you would have gotten close to guns. You would have been very close to guns. You would have been done with the engines. You would have been. You would have fully studied. You wouldn't know where Vatna was, and that would have failed flat up. So just
Somehow this annoys me more than all my RP horror stories, and I don't know
What was the
why.
next one? Oh, the next
Good
one would have been a
one.
good omen. See?
Erica!
Look at
Or
that.
topic, sorry.
Erica.
Oh. It's just birds fucking on dead bodies, and I was like, that's a good omen.
No, I just want you to know that if we ever play this again, don't let me go first.
What is
do
winter
not
in this
put
area?
Me first, because
Let me.
then-
You
Just
got to
talk
work on
that
this
card.
alphabet
What is
thing
winter?
then.
Yeah.
Change your name to
here,
a C.
here.
I'm gonna
An
put a
X.
Z in front of Karika. Hold on.
Can I not change my fucking name here? Wait,
You
what?
can. You should be able to.
If you change it to an S, but you say it's pronounced like a C, I think that'd be great too.
No, wait, why can I not change my nickname? The fuck?
All right.
I
So,
don't-
I don't
all right,
know.
let me
That,
give a
that's
little
names up here, they're
outro
there.
for this game here. So, in 2 weeks, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday after that, we will play another game. And that one is going to be set in the winter, tracking down the information that Lord has gained. If Lord can play that game. If not, then we'll do a different one.
you change
Tracking
it?
down the information that...
I've done it.
There.
I am now Z Karika.
So on the 6th,
Yeah, I believe... Yeah.
The 30th.
No, it would be the 30th.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
30th.
If you
I
can't make
think
it,
so.
we'll play a different game. That's fine. But we will be like, regardless of what that is, the world is now descending into chaos because of the cold. Your trade shipment has definitely helped. Will be definitely helping the world at large, but it is colder than it's ever been in this world.
Are the seas frozen?
The seas are not frozen, not completely frozen over, and your the sub can go under the ice even where it is, and the airship can go above it, and your big, because you specifically made sure they were about the size of ferries, they can break the ice.
Nice.
I still have this card.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you about that if you wanted to.
Is there
use
like
that.
any? I don't know if I can think of anything good enough. I would. If anyone has suggestions.
We
So
never.
Cosmic has the It's Free real estate where you can add anything to Lockstitch. So if there was something that like didn't get made, you could use that.
That really, really needs to get made. What?
You could finish those engines, and then everybody would have heated homes in Lockstitch.
Is that
We could all-
allowed?
We never
Yeah.
did finish the greenhouses either.
Fuck.
I think the engines would be more important
That
at
is
this
true.
juncture.
I-
We can always buy
And then
food.
again, greenhouses do have you have
Food
food.
and
You know
You
what?
have
I'm gonna
food
buy some
when there
pets.
is no, like, when a lot of people are going to be starving.
Yeah, off-season growing.
That's a good
Also,
point.
would it really work for engines when that's more of a thing and not a real estate item?
Well,
I would say you could add either. I would let you add either. I wouldn't let you successfully have it. You could build yourself a lab to study the red caps, but you can't finish the studying.
Yeah, no, that's we already have labs, so
Even considering it was only one turn away.
It's so funny.
I'm so mad about that.
If Zombie would have played a breaks card, and then the next turn it would have been the king, it would have been like the ultimate dunk, because it would have been like, haha, I'm gonna set you back a turn, and then it's just like king.
Okay. Engines or greenhouse, guys?
I vote greenhouses because
Yeah.
people need food.
Yeah.
Could also get my guns, but they're not important, really. I
No,
forgot.
no,
I
no,
moved
no. We
myself.
need food.
Cole, thank you.
If we get attacked and we get lit up and die, I blame all of you.
I'm totally not
okay,
digging for
Cole.
these cards.
Yay, Cole!
He's like, all right, I do have a card now. And
Yeah, no, here's.
Wait, where did the pop-up thing go?
that was a yes on the greenhouses. Is that what you decided?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the goddamn thing. I'm lost on this website. Ah, there it is.
You were too slow, Talon.
Just fucking get fucked.
I mean,
Was
that's
it
kind of my
greenhouses
thing.
or hydroponics?
Hydroponic greenhouses. It's a
It's easier to finish the work on the engines when people aren't starving to death.
That's true.
And if
Here,
anything,
let's see if this
the fact that
plays
we like
properly.
focus on making sure that people are taken care of will also improve our overall.
What do you mean network
Also-
error?
Yeah, no, I
Did you
literally.
also break the
Yeah,
website?
you broke the website.
Cole! Cole!
Droid.
Why?
Alright,
That is such a
that's
genuine
funny.
response.
God bless it. Are we serious?
yeah, it's just network error, network error.
Yeah, no, it just broke. It just straight up broke.
Like my cards are working half the
Oh no,
time.
I played a card. Here we go.
Broken.
Did it play my card?
Don't do that.
Oh,
You broke the internet.
amazing.
Trying again.
Oh, well,
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Alan just played a card.
I joke. That's not real. That's not real.
It's like, what the fuck?
Look at him, it's Bobbert on my card. He was so
That's
pretty.
I
Yeah.
love that so much.
You really did do a good job on drawing him, no matter how much I don't like him.
I love him so much.
Why
He's
do you
so
not like
pretty.
him? He's Bobbert. He has
He takes all
so
my
many
money. I don't
times.
like him.
I waste more of your money repairing. Actually, that's not my fault. You people break my guns.
I'm pretty sure the cards now work. They just had like a seize moment.
We broke it for like 30 seconds.
They're like, oh shit, Caustic wants to
Oh.
play something? Hold
That's
up.
a card I got, huh?
What was the name of the people that throw shit into the pit that we now
never,
have
like,
living?
The pariah. Wait, no.
the parish was what the card said, so we can just call them the parish.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Is pariah a word?
Yes.
Or am
Why
I-
can't we
yes.
call them the glory holes?
The holy rollers, the holy throwers, or something.
seconding glory hole.
Well, the hole is called the glory hole. They're called the glories.
Perfect.
The glories sound nice.
Love it. Yeah, no, it sounds lovely.
Cole, thank you for buying cards.
He has a mission.
No,
I
they're
think
the
you-
glories, but people jokingly call them the glory holers.
Like- Don't quote me on it, but I think you can make the free real estate card.
Oh, he's trying to, but there's a lot of
It's
useful cards that he doesn't want to dismantle
legendary?
him.
It's legendary, but I believe you can still. It just costs a lot of points.
I do
Oh.
make it. That is true. Yeah.
I wanted
Warlord
this.
is tearing cards apart, I think.
I very
It is indeed
specifically
craftable. Yep, that is
wanted people to be able to make it,
Yeah,
but I wanted it to be a hot, like,
1,500, it said.
because like it's a very good card is the thing.
Warlord literally has enough cards to scrap to make it too. If he sacrifices snipe cards, but he won't, I doubt it.
Yeah, like I'm not telling you
He's
to.
secret at this
We
point. You
can't
can do
have him destroy his deck.
it. You can do it, Royce.
Did they get made and then broken?
What's up?
No,
No.
they got made.
It was a joke. The breaking.
No. I did not actually break it. That was a joke. 100% a joke. I did
I
play the
refunded the
card
card.
and I said fuck the greenhouses, but
The owls
It-
return to throw rocks at it.
it's because like somebody donated packs and I clicked on it. I was like, I don't know what this is, and I grabbed a card. I was like, oh no, I took one from the community.
Perfect. Fair enough.
Why are you stealing from me, Toast?
Because we're finished.
You may have
Leo, thank you for purchasing cards.
Don't want us to go cold.
So this game went pretty well, I think.
Oh, hold up. Cole played the
Yeah.
free real estate card.
Yeah, Colt. We have the engines. We have like so. I'm just gonna say it right now. With the hot springs, with the engines, with the ships, with the greenhouses, we'll give you guys food. The next time we play, this place. I don't know if you guys are gonna keep calling it Lockstitch. We can change its name if we
I think
want to.
Wanted to change it, but we haven't decided on what to change.
Yeah, we can all like we can all.
We do a community poll later.
Yeah, in the Wanderpus meta channel, give me your names. Like, what do we want to call this place now? It's basically it's going to become a city, like
Are we
over
still
time.
Thank you for
trying to
buying
be
cards.
themed after sewing?
I mean,
I kind
it
of would
can
like
be.
to, just because I
Yeah.
really like that like imagery. But
That's fine with me. I don't mind.
Two snakes
Because-
hibernate. Am I fucked?
Yeah, the snakes like chill out and like they curl up into balls with other snakes.
Why
and they
don't
hang
we
out underground.
name ourselves Cross-Stitch Academy?
Well, there's an idea to put in the meta channel. Like I just said.
That's a suggestion.
It's weird that you don't listen to me when I talk.
You're the DM. No one listens to us.
It's very strange. No, I'm obviously kidding. But anyway, but the next time we play, it's not gonna be like the next time. But this like not the otters aren't gonna be the only people like jumping out on. Like you got artisans from
Salt
the
and
Port
sand.
Barter are gonna be they're gonna come over. Like Port Barter, you don't even need to complete that project for that to happen. They see the trading community that lets them in at a fair, reasonable tax rate that they can understand, of course they're there. They don't have to fight a giant crocodile if they want to go out into the backyard. Also, they don't know about the giant red cap. It's there. They don't know.
We'll kill
I'm
it.
sure we can
Fine.
get Raw to hunt it later.
You lost a couple mice, but you don't have giant guns intimidating people and scaring them away. They didn't get built. They got frosted over.
Flowers on them later when it's warm again.
They got
Flowers on
exactly
big guns.
1 week into like planning them, and then like ice came and like, oh no, too cold, going inside.
It's just like the concrete bunkers have been built at most where they would be placed into.
Oh, it puts on a fucking Miami Dolphins starter jacket. Goes and tucks in next to a kerosene heater.
Oh yeah.
Just like curls
Very
around it.
specific.
The only time Korzapa is chill is when it's fucking cold.
When your blood literally can't heat fast enough.
This is why I'm swaddling.
Right? I was just
Because
thinking
I
that
can
for
keep
Greek.
myself warm with the swaddle.
I have an image of Raw following Korzapa around with a giant sun lamp.
I was thinking like Krieg has like a massive sun lamp on his desk.
When we go to sleep, I have Squishy swaddle me so I can stay warm.
Wait,
We have so
jellyfish
many fucking...
cannot possibly be warm-blooded creatures, right?
I have no idea.
They even have blood?
But
Like,
mean,
I don't
they're used
understand
to very
jellyfish.
cold waters too, though, so they should be fine.
They don't
Cold
get
water jellyfish.
tortured.
This is our
No, what
answer.
if this is sky jellyfish, though? We determined.
It
I
is
think.
sky jellyfish.
Maybe. I can't remember.
The
Is that
high
where we ended up?
atmosphere.
How high can they fly up? Because that
Wait.
says how cold it can
FedEx, thank you.
Korzapa's really screwed. She's based off an anaconda. They do not like the cold.
be. No,
Yeah,
you're
they don't
fucked.
want none unless you got sun, son.
I hate these so much.
Dated
I'm
in
going
the
to find a
documentary.
way to add into the... Wait. Do I have that card? Wait.
I
Wait.
don't know.
Wait.
What
I might
card?
add a giant. I'm looking. Hold on. I'm seeing if I have
what
what
is the
I...
card you're looking for?
I don't know what they called is the issue.
What's it look like?
I'm wondering if I have an NPC ad card. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No, I do not. Never. Okay, I'm sad. I was gonna add a giant fucking rubber ducky that's alive.
I'm sure Warlord might have one.
Warlord, add a giant rubber ducky. NPC.
Why?
Why
To make
not?
you sad.
Are we fighting the penguin now?
No,
Don't
we're
make me
fighting
sad. I
the
can kill anybody's NPC. Kill these mice.
It's true.
These
Oh,
mice.
they're NPCs. They're boring NPCs too.
They-
I just love them because they're my little...
They're from the seasonings world.
Yes.
I
And
have...
the great. They have little blue tails because of all of the contact with silver.
Are they afraid of the two giant snake people by chance? I've just realized this.
Oh, those fucking mice be
Are they
blind. They ain't scared of shit. They work for the
so
rock.
so they're
They were
chill with
literally working for
Korzapa and
owls.
Ra.
They
Okay,
were-
fair.
So like, at this point, they're used to working with predators.
Mhm.
Well,
I think
That
I
was
gotta
the
worry
game?
about B the
Are
most.
we like tourism as well? Like, I understand like artisans are coming because other artisans are here and but like with energy and food and warmth
the fact
and
of, the
stuff.
fact of the matter is,
ships.
in my head, you guys were so successful at turning this place into a really good place that people want to live. It's less about tourism, and people are just straight up moving here.
Nice.
So like,
And
That's a
Bobbert's
win.
here, so he can sell real estate.
I should have made a gym.
But
So
I
is
think-
it still Captain or is it President Wanderpus now?
mayor,
Mayor.
governess.
In the end, still a captain though.
At that point, do we get a bigger hat for the captain? Every single
All
time.
right, everyone,
Captain
submit
gets
your
promoted.
hat submissions on design for what you want the new captain hat to look like.
How many corners?
In the
I think I'm gonna have
HTML
Escherlith draw me a
workshop
hat for
meta,
me.
please add your names and hat designs.
Feathers. I'm picturing lots of feathers.
But
I
like I
agree.
do with all of these tabletop games, I have to pee. Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice.
Bye.
Are,
That was
are
great,
we
y'all.
doing
Thank you all for
Arcade
playing, it was
Geddon
great.
tonight?
I might in a little bit. For right now, we haven't eaten dinner, so we should probably.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
figure all
That's
that
definitely
stuff
fair.
Fuck, I forgot to eat dinner.
Thank you. So
Anyway,
much.
I'm gonna go dress a dog bite wound, and I will be back later, maybe.
All right. Thank you guys in the chat for helping along as well, and for hanging out with us. I will see you guys tomorrow for portrait streams. Thank you everyone for being awesome.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Woo!